I'm ready.
You are
One
ready. All
second.
right. Oh, wait.
Wait, there's
Is
something.
this is
Yeah, I'm good.
funky? You are good. All right. So
Yeah.
I have all my assorted caffeinated drinks next to me, so I should be hopefully ready. All right. So last time on Icewind Dale, we began with a flashback with Valin and Ragnar. This would be the very first time they met. Valin seemed interested in Ragnar's abilities and asked him several questions about what he could do. Ragnar at the time was very unsure of himself. He explained he had no mentor, but was more than willing to show off his magic. He focused for a bit, and while humming a tune, cast a small bit of fire magic on a nearby target. Valin commented that he had a solid foundation to become something much stronger. Valin offered him a chance to join the Arcane Brotherhood. Ragnar seemed very interested, but before she sealed the deal, Valin asked him a simple question: was this power his own? Ragnar replied that he was the one building this power and reaffirmed that it was indeed his. That answer seemed to satisfy Valin, and with that, Ragnar's journey as an Arcane Brotherhood member began. In the present day, the party began their rest for the night. Eden looked out towards the distance, contemplating things. She seemed troubled and voiced her concerns over why the Frostmaiden was doing this. Bree said that the Frostmaiden was probably doing this for a multitude of reasons. Eden, however, was trying to find logic in the Frostmaiden's decisions, hoping that the maiden's worst moments aren't what defines her. Bree questioned Eden's uncertainty, saying that the Frostmaiden needed to be stopped no matter what. Brandon offered his opinion on the matter. He agreed the Frostmaiden needed to be stopped, but warned the group to not become monsters in the process. Eden hoped that perhaps the party could find a way to stop the Frostmaiden without killing her. Valin seemed to support Eden's act of questioning things, questioning the nature of the beast. She believed that many different options lay before the party. She remarked on how important it was to her to not be limited by one singular choice. However, she did mention that the Frost Maiden might use a kind heart like Eden against her, and warned her to be careful. Bree left the conversation, not liking the direction it was taking, and Gleiss approached Bree and she asked him what his opinion on the Frost Maiden was. Gleiss described the Frost Maiden not as a person, but more of a force of nature, a storm that has caused damage to so many people's lives, and he believed, much like a storm, it had no morality. It was neither good nor evil. However, he did agree with Bree that she needed to be stopped. Bree then questioned if she was a monster, and while Gleiss denied this, she pushed for him to answer on what he would do if she became one. Gleiss grabbed her hand and said she wouldn't become a monster because her family and friends would help her in whatever difficult times lay ahead of them. With the group rested and ready to go, they began their journey into the frozen cave. Ragnar used his familiar hummingbird scout ahead, and noticed in one direction were several goblinoid creatures huddling next to a fire. They chose to sneak past them and make their way deeper. Along the way, the party found a broken wooden sign that said, "Please don't shoot, I can talk," on the icy floor. The group quickly realized that this was Elkin Bling's sign, and Ragnar was also able to pick up that Elkin Bling was most likely dragged deeper within the cave by something quite large. As they followed the trail, they entered into a room with several large piles of skulls stacked in large bone pyramids. This obviously gave Brandon some memory recall. As they made their way forward, they found Elkin Bling frozen to the wall. Ragnar quickly sent a message to him to keep him quiet, as you do, and as the party approached, Valin noticed the remains of Nass nearby and quickly scooped up the Professor Orb. Before the party could free Elkin Bling, the ghost of Nass tried to possess Brandon, but failed. Before the party could retaliate, from the shadows, Dazan revealed himself along with his undead bodyguard. Valin, Dazan, and Nass seemed to be in an arcane standoff. Excuse me.
Justin.
Dazan tried to make it Dazan tried to make his case with the party, saying that whatever Valin had promised them was a lie. However, he quickly realized that Bree was no longer under his arcane contract, which seemed to disappointing. Oh, fair enough. Don't worry. I've got a big old recap to go through. So, Nass claimed that both Valin and Dazan were complete self-serving assholes, and that she was the party's best bet for stopping the Frost Maiden. She mentioned that there were things on the island that they didn't know about. Dazan continued to criticize Valin, to turn the group against her. However, Bree pointed out every good deed Dazan had done was out of convenience. She stated that Dazan was the kind of person who would let the whole town burn if it got what he wanted. Dazan and Nass both realized the party was not switching sides anytime soon, and everyone began to draw their weapons, and the fight began. Dazan tried to cast a charming spell on Ragnar to no effect, and while the rest of the party moved into position, Brandon drenched his new war axe in a magical flame and slashed the undead guard, taking it out after 2 good strikes. Dazan, however, revealed that he was not alone, as several clones of Dazan appeared to cast spells on the party. While one of them was able to capture Ragnar in a magic bubble for at least a little bit, the other Dazan couldn't banish Valin and received a blight to the face for his actions. Viren quickly took out Nass, but before she dissipated, she said that no one was making it out of this cave alive and began to wail. This seemed to call something far away from deeper within, and the party realized that they wouldn't be alone for long. Bree moved into position to keep whatever was coming at bay, and was surprised to find out it was a 3-headed frost giant. The large creature charged towards her, going into a berserker rage. After what looked like the final Dazan was destroyed and Ragnar freed from the bubble, the party quickly moved to support Bree's fight with the everlasting giant. However, they were surprised to find that there was one last Dazan hiding in the shadows. He cast Wall of Force, splitting the party, but Bree, in a clutch maneuver, cast a spell magic on the wall and shattered it like a pane of glass. Things, however, took a turn for the worse, as Dazan cast Fireball on Bree, knocking her unconscious and putting her into a very fatal position. Seeing his other party members starting to go down from the force of the giant's axe, Ragnar cast Polymorph of Eden, making her into a giant ape, going full monkey mode. Using some creative teamwork, they were able to take down the frost giant and get Glyce over to Bree's body to bring her back from the brink. With Dazan out of options, he tried to flee, but he was no match for Bree's monk-like moves and Brandon's mighty axe. With Dazan and the giant defeated, the party took a second to breathe. Glyce embraced Bree, terrified in seeing her that close to death. And while Bree said she was okay, Eden could see the turmoil that Bree was trying to hide. Before the party could leave, Brandon demanded Valin show the party this so-called orb and what it could do, which he seemed more than happy to display. And with that, we are back in it. So, currently, you guys are in the cave, quite exhausted, little bit, I don't know how much resources you expended on that fight, but it was definitely a fight.
Yeah.
A lot.
And Brandon definitely seems like a little bit frustrated with Valin, at least I recall from the last session, and looking for answers.
All right.
So.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
But it seems like Valin is more than happy to oblige and says, well, we worked so hard to get you, so you might as well introduce yourself. And she kind of takes the crystalline orb and kind of like picks it up and then raises it, and it begins to almost float in the air for the moment. And you see it actually begins to talk. Ah, yes, indeed. So, this are your new friends, Valin Hoppel? And yes, Professor
Oh,
Scouts.
great, it has an attitude.
Yeah. And that weird fake accent. Oh boy.
Yes, indeed. And
What
the
is
orb is
that
kind of
accent,
like...
by the way?
It's... The accent for... The accent.
Oh yeah.
We're just making fun of it.
I've done this voice before. I have done this voice before.
This is a perfectly normal voice. What are you talking about? Yes.
We're gonna be wiped out by a blizzard, bro.
Oh boy.
It's a combination of things. Like, I like to call it a wandering accent. That's code for your DM is a shitty voice actor.
No. No. Okay. I'm not making fun of you. My character
No,
is
no,
making
you're making fun of
it.
him.
Yeah.
It hurts my feelings.
Yeah. No, I love the accent. All right. Help
All
boost
right.
your
Well,
confidence. I love the accent. It's just so
Professor
funny.
Scant is going to kind of float around the
Wait,
party.
What? Scant? Okay. Interesting.
Oh, we're naming these things now.
Yeah. Here, I will type his name in.
Okay.
Obviously, you all are very confused because you were not expecting the orb to talk like this.
What the fuck?
And Valin kind of like says, well, this professor, if you will, is a very, let's just say he's an expert in a multitude of different things, one being the history of Netheril. And you see Professor Scant go, ah, yes, Netheril, the Netherese dynasty. Oh, I could go on for days and years and months talking about the Netherese dynasty.
Days and years and months.
And you see Valin go like, hey, hey, Brandon, I've dealt with him before. Let me handle this. Professor, why don't you explore this cave? I'm sure there's more bounce of knowledge about the Netherese you could find. Ah, yes, you're absolutely right, Valin. Let me go inspect this rock.
Gotta be kidding me.
I love him so much. All right, I'm gonna ask Valin. So a trap genie, like transferred soul. What is it?
Valin looks at you and is like, trying to come to terms with whatever Professor Scant is a fool's errand, I have come to learn. The important thing is that Professor Scant is an expert in the history of Netheril, and more importantly, he knows how to, let's say, teleport us to the city. However, he is only one part of this puzzle. Well, he has the knowledge of the casting of the spell we will need to break the barriers into the city of Ifrin. The Codicy of White is the key that we will truly need to unlock this. Luckily, it sounds like we're all heading in that direction anyway.
Okay, but I'm not saying like we should go to the end of what identity this warp thing is, but I've heard a phrase that says, never trust anything that can't think for itself if you can't see where it keeps its brain. So, what exactly is this thing?
Trying to think how Valin is going to respond to this. How is Valin going to respond to this?
Can I also do a secret arcana?
You know what? I will allow you to make an arcane.
Okay. Please be good. Oh, natural 20.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Banger.
You think that this orb is most likely has the soul of a wizard that decided that he did not want to die, and this is probably an ancient being, like somebody who might have been alive during the Netherese, like actually existing. Like he seems like an old soul. However, you do realize that sometimes when you put your soul into sentient objects and you just get to live forever, your mind starts to lose, you know, little yeah, you start to lose it at least a little bit. But one thing you do
it's a
think
sentient object. Okay, interesting.
it is a very sentient magic object for sure. With that natural God, Ragnar always rolling the natural 20s, man.
When it counts, only when it counts. All right,
Only when it counts.
All right.
But Valin does say, but that's what you were able to kind of come to terms with. It's like, okay, this is a sentient magic object. It's probably got the soul of an ancient caster that might have been even around and old enough to know so much details about the Netherese. He does seem like kind of a weirdo, but Valin seems like it's like he's had experience with this weirdo for quite some time.
Okay.
So that kind of gives you a little bit of like, you know.
Yeah, trust a little bit. Yeah.
But you are not wrong to have at least some doubts
Mhm.
about whether or
okay,
not this
yeah.
thing is going to work.
Yeah.
But Valin does kind of continue. Look, I think for the time being, we should be less worried about Professor Scant and she says this a little bit quieter to you, the morals of some of your other party members. Sorry, not the morals, the morale. And you see Valin say, I think after that bout with the giant and the Zan, we need to rest up.
I mean, you're not wrong, and I'm not against it. So
And she actually looks to you, Brandon, being the pseudo leader of the group, and basically says, "We should make camp, Brandon. Your party seems like they could use some rest." And
Indeed. Brandon is gonna look for a good place to make camp.
and you actually, you know what's actually interesting? There is actually a place in the cave you could actually make camp. It was left by the goblinoids. Guys, remember the goblins you guys you stealthed by? They heard you kill the giant and they were like, "Oh, we're having none of that."
Yeah,
and
they're
they
outta
just
here.
left. They grabbed their pet basilisks and they left very quickly.
I'm sorry, basilisk.
Oh yeah. If you guys had gone right, there was a whole bunch of encounter like stuff that I had planned, but you guys went left. So I was like, okay, they're going left.
I mean,
but
thank
as
God you didn't send the goblins at us. I mean,
you know what? I was thinking about some stuff, but
Yeah.
then also the fight was going in a certain direction, and I was like, But as you, Brandon, you very quickly pick up, that part in the cave might be a really good spot to rest up for the night.
All right. Yeah, it
so
smells a little funny, but you know what?
Smells like, like a little bit of carrion. I mean, it's not like the most pleasant, but it's better than sleeping out in the elements.
Yes.
you think.
That is true.
Yep.
And it's funny. You set up camp, you get your stuff ready, and Valin's sitting next to you, Ragnar, and it's like, I feel like we forgot something.
Get
Elkin Bling!
Comedian, you say Elkin Bling, and you hear Elkin Bling from the distance.
All right, I'll charge. Oh, right. Sorry. My bad. And I'll try to melt it out with.
You
sort of
easily
time,
melt
yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
Elkin Bling is no longer frozen to the wall.
Sorry, man. Like, you okay?
It's fine. I'm just happy to see you guys. You mind if I also go next to the cube?
Yeah.
And he just kind of curls up next to the thermal cube that Bree has, and it's
Nice to
just
see
like,
you, Elkin Bling.
nice to see you too. They broke
Okay.
my sign. Those bastards.
Weren't you with Talia?
Yeah. So we're.
Also, who broke your sign?
Probably that giant corpse we just walked by.
Oh, okay.
So where did your
That
other
figures.
companions go? I thought you were with them.
Tally and Claudia. Oh well,
Yeah.
we made our way onto this island, and we were following the trail, and there was this weird guy named Sopo who introduced himself,
That
We
guy.
met him as well.
and we were following him for a little bit, and then this giant tornado came out of nowhere, and we got separated.
And
That was
you
the last
came
time
into
I-
the cave.
And then I tried, I heroically tried to go after Claudia and Tally, and then I got knocked out, and then I woke up in this cave. I'm sorry. I've been trying to escape as well. I'm really scared. I hope the other two are okay.
It's not your fault.
Seems
It's
like
the
you've grown
standard place.
close to them in the span of time you met them.
Kind of thinks. He kind of thinks for a moment, and he goes, I mean, if there's anything I can do to help you guys, I'll do what I can.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way.
I'm sure she'll be happy to see you.
Hopefully.
And as you sort of start to gather things to rest up for the night, um, if you did see Mr. Loot Goblin, Robin, I did
Yeah.
post in the chat your ill-gotten gains.
What do you mean
from
ill-gotten? What the fuck? I want it fair and square.
I earned my loot fair and square.
Yes.
But before you guys rest up for the night, is there anything else you want to do?
All right. Ooh, okay. Nice.
No, I don't really have much to do. Just rest, stay warm, recover.
Mhm. Fair enough.
All right.
I will say
I
this.
I do want to do something though. If
Okay.
Oh,
possible.
yes,
But
yes.
let it go like last. Like Robin, you can go first.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, I want to give one of the potion to, like, our Bree, maybe, so she doesn't die so often, or someone else. Yeah.
Fair enough. Bree,
Yeah.
you can
Sure,
take a
thank
potion
you.
of greater healing.
Yeah.
Actually,
Ragnar.
I have something to do.
Okay. Shoot.
I have something to do here. I'm gonna search this goblin lair to see if there's anything there. Can somebody help me out? Give me advantage on the roll.
I'll help. Yeah.
All right.
You roll
Can I
for
make an
advantage.
investigation check to see what I can find around here?
Yep.
Sure, I'll allow you to make an investigation check with
Yeah,
advantage.
with advantage because Ragnar is giving me a hand. 13.
Not
Good thing I
bad.
have the advantage.
Searching around this place along with the bodies of the giants and the snow piles that were part of Dazan, you think most of the stuff that is worth value. You do find some scraps of meat, some kind of like, burnt jerky that you might be able to eat as rations that are kind of closer to where you found the goblin camp. But as far as like valuables, Ragnar basically found like the
most of it.
the most of like the valuable stuff.
Yeah. Also, I'm not going to be touching that jerky. I don't know what kind of meat these people
No.
eat.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That is certainly fair. So
Definitely
you and Ragnar kind of focus on that. And I will also say that if you spend a good chunk of this night, Ragnar, working on
Oh yeah, you said I only have 1 day left, so yeah.
then you should be able to complete those goggles.
Nice. I'll do it.
So you can work on that. But as Brandon and Ragnar are doing that, Eden, is there anything you want to do before the night finishes?
Eden's just kind of like following Bree almost, but then like she's a little bit farther away. She's just like kind of like a lost duckling. No.
Fair enough.
Well, actually, okay, that's perfect then. Okay. Well, I don't have an action anymore. This is what I'm gonna do. Well, while I'm walking around, I'm just gonna notice Eden's following me. So I'm gonna test out my theory. Around like the cave, I kind of turn left 4 times. And I turn back and then I see Eden following me.
Damn it.
You very unfortunately, Eden does not have the most deceptive of spirits.
Oh boy.
Yes, Eden. I assume we're like kind of a bit away from the camp, right? So
Yeah, you
Yes,
are
that's
far
true.
away from the camp where it's just the two of you.
Eden kind of jumps and goes, hi, Bree. Hi. Wait.
you're so shy. This is not like you.
You said you wanted to talk later. I was waiting for later.
Oh right, sorry. I'm just surprised with, well, everything. What did you mean by you wanted to make it up to me?
It's
Or like
just
make up with me before things?
it's just well, no, I didn't follow after you that day, and I saw you were upset, and I didn't do anything about it. And it can snowball into some just awful places. I don't want to leave you alone if you're like that, but I did. I'm sorry about that.
She crosses her arms and kind of just like looks a bit to the side and just says, it's okay. Uh, just some things that you really can't put down. But I appreciate it though. There's honestly not much you can do with how I feel.
S- But so what we were talking about the other day is that it? Let's agree to disagree. I want to understand where you're coming from, so I don't want to just like put it down, you know?
Kind of, um, I don't know. There's just talking about the Frost Maiden and the idea that they are something less than a monster or doing things that are terrible is alien to me. They've caused an internal winter. Most importantly, they were the reason why Minnick killed my family. So, my fault for feeling that that person, that thing, whatever the hell it is a monster. My fault.
It's not, it's understandable. It's not something to feel bad about. I get that. I'm sorry. It I was callous. I really shouldn't have said all that, especially when all throughout this mission, all I've seen is the suffering that the residents of Icewind Dale are experiencing under this eternal winter. So I don't know why I said that either.
I never said you were wrong. That's just the idea of it is something that troubles me greatly. And in all honesty, I don't think you're wrong to think the way you do. Just know that whether that be to Brandon's dismay, I don't think I'm going to think any differently.
I'm sure he'd be the first to understand you.
And she kind of looks to the side and kind of, if that's what you think.
All of us are in your corner, okay? We'll never abandon you or think worse of you. If it wasn't obvious enough from earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. We shouldn't get too far from the camp. Let's go back.
And you return to the camp. And you have that thermal cube, and it gives you warmth in this cold place, Bree. Along with the warmth of the friends that you have. It keeps you safe in these dark, uncertain times. But you begin to rest, and the party will have a long rest, regain their resources.
Okay. Do.
But
Yay.
their nights are not free from
Oh, crap.
the normal kind of slumber.
Of course not.
Of course not.
as we have some dreams to revisit.
Yep.
Yippee!
Where are the... There we go. Let's see, get things going. Yeah, that's good. Bree.
Wait, oh, it's me first?
Oh, yeah.
Think you can get away?
Let's go.
We'll start with you. That's interestingly appropriate. You find yourself in this long, empty wasteland. This one that seems very familiar, one you've seen in both dreams, nightmares, and one that even reminds you of very recent memories of being on the brink of death. You see bodies covered in a layer of snow. That's all too very familiar to you. And very quickly standing is the very tall presence of the Frost Maiden herself.
Kind of look around. Have I become your favorite?
You do fascinate me. You seem to step closer and closer to death. Death comes to all things. Perhaps you're right. The Canis name is a curse. Kind of like starts walking just closer and closer to you. Perhaps Gleiss, Killian, Tally, they would all be so much safer with your departure. So why not accept your fate with open arms? I could bring you to a place of beautiful silence.
Sounds really nice. There's still something I have to do.
What exactly do you have to do, Bree?
I look up and I just kind of look into its eyes. It's getting rid of you.
That will solve all your problems, will it?
Doubt it.
Oh,
think so.
I think she's very interested. You're being standoffish. Ooh, I like that. The Frost Maiden just looks at you and smiles, turns away, and says, I wonder if you remember things from your past. If blood will flow when flesh and steel are one, drying in the color of the evening sun. Tomorrow's rain will wash away the stains, but something in our minds will always stay. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch a lifetime's argument. Then nothing comes from violence, and nothing ever could. For all those born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are. You are all so very fragile. Despite what they think, you cannot be fixed. And as the storm begins to rise around you, you are engulfed in the wind and the cold. And in that moment, you wake up. And it wasn't exactly a happy dream. But you do see while you were sleeping, Glyce was holding your hand the entire time.
Aw.
I look towards him and I just say, "You're not asleep."
One eye open, my love.
Thanks. I'm gonna stay up for a bit.
Okay. Okay.
How about you?
But
I kind of look towards
Oh.
him just, before I just ask him, "How are you holding up?"
he thinks for a moment, and he just simply says, everything that has happened has been a lot, but I need to stay strong. Sometimes the weight of it all can feel immense. But I know that our son is out there. I know our granddaughter is out there, and we have to get them back.
Yeah. We'll make it.
We will. And as you hold each other's hands and begin to try and get some rest, it is not just you who is visited this night. Eden,
What the?
you are having some deep dreams of your own.
Oh, cute.
Very similar to Breeze. But you know what? Actually, no. I think the images that you see is not of the wasteland. It is of the forest this time. The dark woods. You feel immediately lost in it. And you feel immediately in this dreamscape like you're being followed by some creature, some being. And you see the Frost Maiden approach you.
Wait, being followed by what?
The Frost Maiden. The
Okay.
Frost Maiden.
Can
You're like, oh, can't it be like a rabbit or something?
you describe to me just a little bit what she looks like again?
Oh yeah, she's if you look at the screen, oh, did I not move you guys? No, you are moved.
No.
If you look to the right, you can see a picture of her. She has the guile of an owl, kind of like curved horns that stick out of the top of her head, long claws, or sorry, talons, if you would, and a cloak that almost looks like it's made of like pure ice and crystals, and just this wave of cold is constantly coming off of her.
Wonderful. Eden looks into the eyes of this towering figure, and she tries so hard to not drop her crystal warhammer, but she knows kind of instinctually that no matter what she does right now, she can't do anything about it. She can't do anything against her. So she's just frozen in place, scared.
And immediately the Frost Maiden clocks that. Oh, you're so very afraid. I wonder, how scared are you of what could happen to them, that you would fail them? I mean, after all, you didn't run after her when she really needed you. Your shield will not be enough to protect them. But I could. I'd be more than willing to spare your friends. I could exchange their lives for your loyalty. Because let's be honest, could you really live with the fear of them taking a hit they can't come back from?
Eden knows that she couldn't take the guilt of that. She looks at the Frost Maiden, however, and says, "You'd spare them? All in exchange for me? To do what?"
I have so many plans for you now. And there are those who travel with you that those plans have already been put in motion a long, long time ago. I see how your quest to stop my everlasting winter has taken up so much valuable time. But you should think about it. Think about what you're willing to give up for your friends in order to save them.
See, I'm the type of person who would sacrifice myself for my friends, but I am more the type of person who would sacrifice myself for a cause. So, what do you suggest I fight for?
Oh, that's interesting. How is she going to respond to that? Fight for the cause that keeps them alive. And as you see the storm start to approach you, unless there's anything, other little things you'd like to say to the Frost Maiden.
As the storm is billowing, she'll like start shouting in order to get to be heard. She'll say, "Now see, that doesn't work. 'Cause if you're the one threatening their safety, all I have to do is stop you."
And as she kind of rises with the storm, perhaps you will be able to stop me. But you know what you will not be able to stop? The day when Bree, Ragnar, Brandon, Viren, you won't be able to stop the day when you reach out to heal them. And it does not work. And that's when the storm takes you. And you wake up.
Eden jolts awake and is just kind of panting heavily, looking around the room, and she is nice and warm and safe.
Well, probably not warm.
Well, the thermal cube is on. You'll have the heater on. You'll have the heater on.
Yeah.
I will say this: Viren has fallen asleep next to you. He's just resting as much as he can, as he took some hits in that fight.
Eden's gonna lay back down, brush his hair away from his face, and just snuggle up against him. Not done.
Aw.
And as you continue your rest, 2 members visited by the Frost Maiden. There is one final interaction that we have for this night. And that is of Ragnar.
Wait, what about Brandon?
What about Brandon?
Because the
Where-
last time the Frost Maiden went to Brandon, he made it very clear what he's gonna do to her.
And you know what? That's probably why Brandon's not gonna get a dream sequence, because Brandon's like, I'm done with
I
you.
straight up intimidated her. The first time I attacked her and was actually able to score a hit, and then second time I intimidated her with a
Rejected
natural
her.
20. She is
Also-
too scared to mess
Also,
with me.
I'm gonna be real. The Frost Maiden's got other plans for Brandon that might
Eh.
turn up later. All right,
All right.
Mr. Ragnar. You are not visited by the Frost Maiden, but you do find yourself in that open expanse. The one that you've spent time with that certain dragon-like soul, Zangorn. And Zangorn is standing next to you, and he says, "So, Dazan defeated, Nas defeated. There is only one more left to be taken care of."
Yep. We've come
This is good.
pretty far.
We certainly have. I know that the maiden will try and turn your group against each other, fill your minds with uncertainty. But make no mistake, we cannot be uncertain at this moment. You understand that more than anything, right, Ragnar?
Yeah, you don't have to remind me.
Good. Valin will fall.
I'm pretty certain you will honor our deal once this is over, right?
He thinks long and hard, and he does remember the deal about the separation that you want.
I mean,
He
if you want
smiles.
to, if you want to remain in the realm, we can find a way to help you, relocate. But our deal is a deal.
I'm sure we'd be able to. What is that? Interestingly enough, Ragnar, you are not alone in this dream.
Hmm.
Oh no.
You see something is watching you from a distance, and you see immediately Zangorn kind of like scoops you up and turns into his large dragon-like form as he tries to follow this source, this spying eye in this dreamscape. And as he clocks it, he dives down almost like an eagle, just. And
great.
as the
Another-
dust and the snow clear,
Mhm.
you just see a floating orb.
Wait a minute. Is that the
And-
scant? Mm.
And all you hear as you are woken up is Valin saying, "Fascinating."
Wait,
you were
what?
jilted from your slumber.
Mm.
You see, as you were sleeping, Valin seemed to have just the orb sitting on her lap, and almost like she was looking at you while you slept. And as you wake up, confused, like what the fuck is going on? You just see Valin go, "So that's where you've been getting that from."
Okay.
Very, very interesting.
First of all, not cool. Like, really not cool. Second of all, how did you do that?
I didn't say all of Professor Scant's abilities. I told you he was curious. So am I. And besides, you've been being quite vague of to where your powers have come from. I always figured you had the ability to have natural arcane talent, but to have your soul bound to such a being, that was not part of my bingo card. Besides, this is good. I could help you with gathering information about your roommate, if you want to call it. It seems like you've made deals with him. As you know, I'm pretty good at getting people out of deals.
We made a mutually beneficial deal, which is not anything like a warlock enslaved contract like demon.
And what exactly is that deal that this mutual deal of yours?
Once we're done with all this, he will happily relocate.
And you believe that?
To be honest, I'm kind of putting my faith into it. It might be blinded, sure, but what else can I do?
We are not burdened by one singular choice. And she goes, just know that, Ragnar. And in the back of your head, that burning anger that is not your own, it stirs.
Yep.
Oh, does it stir? But after that, everybody gets their long rest.
Yay!
Meanwhile, Brandon is having a dream about Peanut and
Not dying.
leading
Finally.
Peanut to graze in a green pasture.
Yeah.
Aw.
You're like, guys, I had a great dream last night.
Sleeping
Oh,
so
you don't
well.
say.
All right. Oh, and my medallion is done. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, you do have your night vision goggles or your medallion of night vision, whatever you want to call it.
It's called the medallion of the night hauler. Yep. Because it's
I like
wolf.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right. But you may continue your journey as you see fit. You are on the island of Solstice. I am assuming that you will be making your way up to the big old skull.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, sorry, not Ragnar. Brandon, being the leader and the ranger of the group, I just want you to make a survival check. And I'll say you can do it with advantage because the party's helping out as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Remember, you're looking for places that aren't thin ice. That's an 18.
18, okay. You are easily able, even able to save some time of travel. It does take you a little bit, though, to get to the trail. And you begin to climb you begin to climb sort of like the mountain path up towards the skull-like fortress in the distance. As you can see, rising before you is a 600-foot tall mountain of glacial ice, the peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown. Weaving up the mountain's southern slope are an enormous stairs hewn from ice, these steps which extend from the base of the mountain to the base of the fortress. And one that you're able to very clearly figure out were made for giants. And even with the power of the thermal cube, it is still very, very, very cold. but you do approach what looks like an entrance. But I just want to make sure I have everything that should be revealed and not too much revealed before I move you to this page. I think we're good. All right, that's what you see before you. That big old spooky skull and that long, long staircase. So, I'm assuming you all continue up.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have much of a choice.
I guess you do not.
My legs.
I will say this, yes, it is a little bit tiring for certain as you make your way up the mountainside. And as you do, you see what appears to be as the steps end, in front of you is a double door made from slabs of ice. You actually see the remnants of like dragon skulls and bones embedded in them, carved.
Oh, that's not
into-
ominous at all.
Carved into a linnet of us. You see. You also see what it seems to be a single word of dwarvish script. Does anyone speak dwarvish?
I speak giant. Does that use Dwarvish script?
It does not. However, Valin does speak up and say, Grimscale. That's what this place is called. According to that inscription, anyway. And you see the door door in front of you. I'm assuming one of you wants to push it, get inside
yeah,
the
yeah.
fortress.
Oh, sorry. Question.
Absolutely.
Anything else inscripted on the tablet or whatever?
Currently, no. You could make an investigation check on the door if you want to.
Sure. I don't know what I'll find, but sure. 2. No clue.
Hard
I
to
don't
say.
know.
Hard to
I
say.
don't know Dwarvish.
You other than just how freezing and how cold it is in this room, it is definitely have an aura, to say the least.
Got it.
All right. And as you I'm gonna ask Brandon, are you gonna push the doors open? Make your way inside?
I'm not gonna push it open. I'm gonna use the boots of knocking to kick it open.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, boy.
Because it's probably
Immediately?
locked or
Okay.
something.
I
Yeah, it
love
might
it.
be locked or something. I'm not taking a chance here.
No,
I
I
love
can.
it. I love it.
Yeah, he already did.
I love it.
So, yeah,
That's
yeah.
beautiful. You think about you see how the Frost Maiden and how that conversations about the Frost Maiden have affected your party. You see some of the low morale that some of the members have shown, and you're like, "Fuck this door," and you kick it with all of your might, and just this burst of magical energy just kicks the door open immediately. No
Daddy's
checks
home.
required, and you just have your axe at the ready.
Yeah.
And you begin moving down what looks like a long hall.
Hello, Oral. Daddy's home.
You're ready to take down the Frost Maiden, no
Let's just
matter
end
what.
this.
But there's a couple things that as you're walking down this
So
this
how does the
cave.
interior? Can you describe it for us? What we
I
saw?
will describe it.
Thank you.
You see what looks like just long halls of reflective ice at the moment, and just this
Okay.
chilling wave of energy that just kind of lingers around. It's very dark, but darkness is not a factor anymore with dark vision and light sources, especially even the light reflecting off of Eden's prismatic armor.
Okay.
But as you kind of walk down, the first thing you notice is just faint whispers, kind of like coming from the walls.
Walls.
Don't listen.
Okay.
You're-
Any sign that it's magical?
Well, you go to inspect it, and you hear familiar voices.
Don't listen to the whispers.
It's interesting that you say don't listen to the whispers, Brandon, because the first thing you hear is your son, Soren, say, I knew you were happy that I failed. I am providing. I am around. Voices continue. How much was this something he was holding in? As you're walking around Eden, you hear familiar voices too. I don't feel good for what we did. I thought you trusted me.
Fuck.
You hear the voice of Viren. I'm sorry for a moment. I didn't know what to do. She thinks I'm her toy soldier. Well, she's going to regret that. You were the only one who made me forget my vendetta. The only one who made me forget my dream. I don't know how to be happy. I just know how to be strong. Voices continue. The voice of Bree. Do you really think you can handle the rest of this trip? And for the first time in a long while, you hear the voice of Tally. I need to do this, not just for Icewind Dale, for myself. There's no reason for you to leave the sidelines. Your best answer is we'll figure it out. It was my mistake to let you come with us. More voices continue. Brandon, one way or another, I will end this. I always get what I want. You can learn from this. You can be better. You can find the freedom you crave. More voices continue. That of Tally's mother. After all, she is your blood. Take good care of her. Voice of Ragnar. The truth. Yeah, the truth hurts. I can be ruthless when I need to be. That doesn't mean I don't believe some choices are wrong. Ragnar, you hear the voice of Zangar. There's no time for lies or deceit. Decide.
All right.
We are born 1,000,000 men, but die as one. These are the first voices you hear at the moment.
Okay. I kind of want to do
If this is
this.
the best that the Frost Maiden has to offer, then I think there's nothing to fear. If all she can do is just throw our own words back in our faces.
Can I cast detect magic as a ritual, like to see if they are magical, enchanted, sort of?
Sure, absolutely. Go for it.
Ritual cast detect magic to see if they are like just stuff made up so that they can, affect us.
You get the sense that this entire fortress is enchanted.
Okay.
With a magic that does not seem normal.
Mhm.
It does not really fall under any school
Category.
of magic in particular. But what you are able to discern is that this magic, the ice, it reflects your past, present, maybe even future. It reflects parts of your soul. It reflects parts of who you are. And you're starting to think that this is not going to be a normal excursion.
Well, I can always cast silence to make them shut up.
Oh, you can try. But Brandon, you are resolved. You are not bothered by this by the slightest. I am very curious. Ragnar is already just focused on like the mechanics. He's the understanding of how this is work, why this is happening.
Yep.
I'm very curious to see what is the reaction of Bree and Eden when these whispers and these words linger.
You first.
Bree kind of just like keeps
The
walking.
thing is, Brandon
Doesn't
is not
really-
showing. He is a little shaken, but he's stoic enough to not show it.
Okay.
Because
The-
that's
I'll
why
go
he's
ahead,
saying if
Ryan.
this is the best that the Frost Maiden has to offer, it's to hide that he is a little shaken by this.
Mhm.
I'm wondering what else she knows about.
I think
What else she might
for-
choose to reveal that he wants to keep hidden.
Mhm.
I think in contrast, I think with Bree, it's Bree doesn't talk, and I think Bree just keeps walking. And if anyone like sees Bree's sort of like demeanor isn't that like maybe in a different time she would be shaken, but because of the events that has happened, I don't think it's pure bravery. I don't think it's courage that she is not shaken. She's not shaken because she has no more energy to be shaken by this or by anything anymore. So she's just walking, tired.
Okay. Eden, what about you?
Eden's more so focused on the people around her, specifically Viren, because she did hear his voice. And she's wondering if this is harder on him than it is on her. So she's just like paying attention to his facial expression, and if he looks too caught up in it, she'll like take his hand and say like, hey, I'm here, I'm with you.
You very clock variously Viren is not handling this very well. He does not like seeing his emotions or personal moments like this being put on display like this. But he does kind of grab your hand for a moment and goes, yeah. Okay. I'm fine. She's just trying to mess with us, right? That's all this is.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something crazy? Just so that if the Frost Maiden's gonna reflect what we say back at us, well, then I want her to reflect this. You know I love you, right?
Oh shit.
Oh,
shit.
What the?
Wait,
What
question,
the?
do we
what
hear this, or is
the-
it just purely just them two? Just need to clarify.
Oh my god. Oh, this is not
Oh.
where I thought this was gonna happen. Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Eden's throwing me
Oh.
curveballs. Okay. Let me see Viren kind of take a moment to like process what you said, and Viren's like, I mean, yeah, we're family. I of course
Not
you
like
do.
that, dumbass.
Mm.
I want to react so bad. It's okay.
So
can't-
sad. Oh
I don't need to
no.
know.
Please, listen.
I think
the sound is reverberating enough that you can hear it. You can react if you want.
I think
react?
okay, here's the thing. I will let you guys react to this in a second, but I think this has to be between Viren and Eden.
First, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Viren kind of says I fuck. Here now she would use that against us.
What? So what? She knows I
Brandon.
care about every one of you. Every single one of them, every single one of us. What does it matter if I say that I love you?
You don't think we're gonna get out of this, do you?
Viren gets a little scared for a moment with that confession. He has just been hit with so much. And Viren says, it's almost like he doesn't know how to reciprocate it at the moment. But he's like, yeah, okay.
The conversation isn't finished. There's 4 words you can say, Viren. Come on.
4 words. Just say it.
It's like, God damn it, yes. All right, all right.
I
I'm not
will.
looking for- I'm not looking for an answer.
Viren's like, you're making me want to answer more than anything. You keep me going. You have this aura amongst you. You make my days brighter, and I don't give a shit if the Frost Maiden hears it. Like, yes,
I do. Oh my god.
I love it.
Wrong one,
Dun,
but that's
dun,
like 5 steps
dun.
ahead.
Next
Greg
spell, I'm
Lux.
taking ceremony. Just saying.
Master Ragnar.
Yes.
Also, you see Viren is very embarrassed by this, and yeah, the rest of the party is just there at this
wait,
convention.
fuck this
Popcorn
guy. I'm
out.
dragging him by the collar. I'm
Yep.
giving him a timeout. I need to give him a bit of a boxer's timeout. Give him 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I bring him around.
Okay.
Just say I love you too. What the fuck? And then
I just did, but you guys shouted over me, so she didn't hear it.
again.
Yep.
It's just like every anime confession scene.
Oh, this is not how I thought this was going to happen.
I pull my
This
ring of the
percent-
ram. I hand it
love
over
how
to
Eden was
Viren.
just like, you know what? The second we get in here, bam, we're dropping the bomb. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. That's so perfect.
When else is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
We're almost to the end. We're almost to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Viren says, yeah. All right. I love you too. There. I'm not good with all this emotional stuff, but yeah.
Finally, I clap while walking away. Finally. Finally.
Finally.
All right. Now that I've
Eden's
said,
also like, Eden's also just really embarrassed, so she'll just like, kind of like hold his hand, like almost like painfully, and then like just speed walk away from the rest of the group. Okay, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's just go.
Let's just go. Yes,
You
yeah.
walk
Let's
with
just
your
do that.
same
Let's just
hand
get
on
that.
your feet, same side, just like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Viren is holding your hand and
Oh
just
boy.
like, it's funny. He's happy. He's happy, but he's also like, God damn it! Like, the group was right there, Eden.
I got the rings
They're all
prepared.
witnesses.
Just saying. Yeah.
Oh, you got. I think the two of you are like both Eden and Viren are just two dorks at the moment that just
Yep.
don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Not
We're
done.
gonna shower them with love. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, as that confession hits, Ragnar, you do hear continuing in this hall, more words are being said.
Okay.
As you try and push past them,
Mhm.
more phrases that have a lingering effect, and some of them you hear yourself again. You hear the phrase, "Your power bends to me.
Mhm.
I've built this power, and it's mine." You hear the voice of Brandon say, "Sometimes the best we can do is not going to be good enough." And as you're walking along holding hands with Viren, you hear your own voice, Eden. "You're not set on any path. You're worth more than anything." And you hear the voice of Tally say, "I'm not worthy of... Promise me you'll come back?" It's funny, holding on to Viren's hand, you hear your own voice say, "Easiest promise of my life? I'm in your corner, Eden. I'm in your corner, Viren."
That's fucking me up, bro. That's fucking me up. Did you scan through all our like episodes just so that
Yeah.
you could find these quotes?
Yeah,
You
so
know, this
many-
is why this session was very important to me. This was very important to me on so many levels.
Mm.
Continuing
I
on,
love it.
Brandon. Sorry, not Brandon. Bree. As you're walking trying to be focused, like, you know, at least happy to see this love between Viren and Eden, you hear the voice of your husband. You hear Glyce say, I took you in because you look hurt. I took you in because I love you, Bree. However, I think you're hit with something that you were not expecting as you hear the voice of your son, but much older.
Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
You are a constant reminder of her.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You hear Glyce say, please, Killian. How do I make it right? You hear the voice of your son. You can't. Lingering voices continue. Part of me thinks I should have stayed broken all those years ago. The voice of your husband. You were never meant to be broken. No one is ever meant to be broken. You hear a very similar voice, one by a tree, tears in your eyes. Why did the world take them away from me? And you see Glyce kind of holding his chest, his scar that he remembers every single day. What's interesting, Ragnar, is you're focusing on the technical aspect of this. For the first time in a while, you hear Claudia's voice. He's stronger than me. Yeah. He didn't deserve that. God damn it, Eden. Why are you... How can you... You also hear a voice you think you've heard maybe once before. A very, very long time ago. There is no room in this world for weakness. The strong survive. The weak fade. We will not fade. However, a voice you do recognize is that of Wolfstag.
Oh.
Keep up, little brother. You can do it. You hear the voice of your mother, Valerie. My sweet boy. And then you hear the voice of your father. He needs to face reality. The people here are never going to accept him. And the last bit of words and voices you hear in this hall. And Bree is the one who recognizes this. I don't think I'm doing any of this right, Dad. Perhaps this was my rightful place along. You hear the voice of Tally. I don't think I'm doing any of this right. Perhaps this was my rightful place all along. And you hear the voice of your son. I don't think I'm doing any of this right. It's not my name that's cursed, it's me. And the voices begin to dissipate. And you find
We
yourself...
actually wait at hearing
yeah?
Tally and hearing Killian. Bree's
Killian's
eyes kind of
words.
widen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she then like maybe a single tear kind of rolls down her cheek, and she lightly puts her fingertips to the walls, and she just thinks, no, it's not true. and then in a way, she needs to find them.
Mhm.
That's all she thinks, just from that.
Just from that, okay.
Yeah.
As you have, I've moved you to the map, by the way. As you
The
walked down the
Ah.
map.
Yeah.
That was that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff that happened in that hall.
damage. Oh,
I was-
Emotional damage.
I had a lot of fun picking up all of the quotes and
Yeah.
lines that
Damn.
that
Dude, that's
been
amazing.
through it.
I love it.
I had a lot of fun with that. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. But you do find yourself in a big dungeon at the moment. You see some doors up ahead. You see a path forward. The other thought that crosses your mind, maybe specifically you, Brandon, is that you don't know where this Codicy of White is. And you're thinking to yourself, well, locate object.
Do I
maybe?
know what it looks like?
Well, luckily, you've done this before, and you look to Valin and goes,
Yeah, Valin. And just Valin, give me
Yes.
a minor illusion so I know what this codicy looks like.
yes, of course. And you see Valin hold up, basically it looks like a large white tome. Like she's making an illusion, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna take a closer look
Yeah.
at it, and I'm gonna
Inspect
use
it.
locate object to see where we can find it.
Okay.
You definitely pick up the general direction. It is down. It is downward. So if there are stairs heading upwards, might not be the best place to look, but it is definitely hidden beneath.
So there are 2 doors here by the looks of things, right?
Yep.
Yep, there's 2 doors to your right. There's 2 doors that you just passed. There's a lot of different places. You can move your tokens accordingly and explore.
Let's be systemic. Let's start with those doors right over here.
Okay.
All right. Unless anyone has an objection.
No, definitely not. Let's
can
try.
go
Systematic sounds like a good way of handling
All
it.
right. Cool.
yeah.
We'll start with these doors. We'll be
Yes.
systemic about it.
Viren says, yes, doors. Doors are great. Let's focus on doors instead.
Dumbass!
You dummy. You baka.
All right.
God damn, Eden. You threw me through an entire loop. That was so off like the script. I love
Honestly,
it. That's the
Good
most
choice.
it was
Because
such
he's
a
not
good
gonna hear anything anymore.
Yeah.
He's just gonna hear. He's gonna just think about what just happened.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly,
That's the plan!
anything that he probably would have saw you thought about, he's focusing on other stuff.
Yep.
No.
The door is locked at the moment as you try and push into
Oh,
it.
Not for
hold on.
long. I'm gonna give it a good kick.
No.
All right,
Let's
how
go.
many how many uses of that do you have?
I think it's like once. Actually, no. I think it's once. You're right. You're probably
Yeah.
right.
I'll hold on. I never get to do this, so I'll do this. I'll try the lockpick.
Oh shit!
Oh
Yeah,
my
I have the
gosh.
thieves tool
My
for
God,
the whole
Ragnar the thief.
campaign.
Let's go.
Finally, I get to use it. All right, stay
I
back.
give you guys a locked door.
Yes, finally. Okay, I'll use thieves tool. Can I use dexterity for that?
Yeah, all out.
Alright, cool.
All out.
14. Not terrible.
14. You are able to open up the door.
Oh, cool. I will carefully use my mage hand to push.
All right. As you open up the door, you do you enter? Is my question.
I use my familiar to enter.
Oh my God! You're
Yeah.
fucking familiar. This again.
I recast it.
All right. Let me go grab your hummingbird.
Thank you.
God damn, freaking familiar.
That's called being smart.
Also, do I have? Speaking of being smart, I have Peanut with me.
Yep.
Oh yes, Peanut is. Sorry, I'll move.
We all
I actually will
have
also
our
ask:
familiar.
is Cream Puff in the Pokeball, Eden?
It seems pretty safe. We can let him out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cream Puff is also like giving you like nice.
Shut up!
Yep.
All right. So you can enter the room if you want to. Who is entering the room that you see good old Ragnar has unlocked?
The hummingbird. You're gonna.
Ideally, nobody. We're gonna let
Oh, you're gonna
the
send the-
familiar deal with this for
Yep.
us on our behalf.
Carefully
Uh,
fly over the gap and take a peek.
All right. You move the familiar in, and you just see what appears to be a old frost giant just
the fuck?
sitting in a chair. He looks decrepit and weak at the particular moment.
Okay.
What's interesting is as you enter the familiar,
Mhm.
its wings start to like molt.
What?
And I want you to make an intelligence check
All right. Cool.
on
Can I get
this.
help? No. Yes. No. Maybe so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say,
I'll help that.
you know what? I'll say, you know what? I like the idea of Brandon
Okay.
being the one
Thank
to
you.
help you with this. So you'll give you advantage.
13. Okay.
13.
Not terrible.
Hard to read, but Brandon, you've seen birds like this when they are like at the end of their life, like almost like at the cusp of death.
Oh. Okay. So
And
maybe
you think the sense that is there this room, does it rapid age things?
Oh. And maybe he's a prisoner, like, of the Frost Maiden.
Could be.
You know
Could
what?
be.
I will have my familiar retreat a little bit. Move it backwards a little bit, and I will try to message it. So, okay. I will say,
Hmm.
are you a prisoner of the Frost Maiden? If you are, we can help.
I
You
will
see-
say that, but I will say it in giant,
Mhm.
which I speak.
Oh, you also speak out loud? Okay, cool. I was messaging him,
Yes.
so I was using magic. But, you can.
Okay,
shout.
I'm gonna speak aloud.
Sure.
I'm gonna speak aloud. I'm gonna say, "Can you hear us?"
I can.
What happened to
I-
you?
I am here out of my own wishes. The Frost Maiden saw my fear of death, and now I live forever without the fear of the other side.
Oh, so you work for her. Interesting. So he works for her. Sort of. You see the frost giant stare at you, Brandon, and say, "Do you not fear it too? I can see your life is going to come to an end. How will you deal with that?"
He's going to think for a moment and say, "With some dignity, hopefully."
"Then you are a stronger man than I."
And a hearty feast, I hope, Brandon.
He's not actually actively hostile, but you do think
Okay.
there's something very strange going on with the room, and you
Yep.
also think it's very strange going on with him.
By the way,
Well-
my familiar is gone, so can you? I don't know what happened.
Okay.
So,
Does any of you? I know you guys know like dispel magic. It's similar magic, right?
Yep.
I do, but I don't think
I
it
don't.
will help in this
Yeah.
scenario. I don't think it's strong enough.
Yeah.
Well,
Can I
I
test
want to try
something?
something here, because I'm
can I-
already
can I-
old and
yeah, so-
decrepit. So I'm going to step into the room.
No, no,
No, dude! What the fuck, man?
No, Brandon committed to this bit.
Yeah,
All right.
okay,
No,
fine.
no shutting doors. I heard Brandon say.
I was made a mistake. All right.
Okay, you walk into the room. Okay, you know what? This is interesting because this is you specifically.
Oh no. This is so fucked.
You
Come
walk
on,
into the
man.
room and you immediately feel like you're rapid aging. Like just immediately. But as you take a step forward, Edgard looks towards you and says, "How do you do it? How do you walk so freely and not have a single bit of fear of it?"
He's going to say, Brandon's going to think for a moment. He's going to say, death comes for us all eventually. Not only do we need to face, we know this is the certainty of life, is that it will end. So what I have done, rather than search for a way to cheat death, I have found a way to live beyond it. I'm building a legacy beyond me.
You are.
My bones are starting to hurt.
It's interesting. As you say that,
Mhm.
as you say that, you feel the rapid aging stop, and you say, "I wish I could have known you in a different life." And you see, after saying that, he begins to turn to ash
Ooh.
as his body evaporates. And you find yourself in a room that has no magical properties anymore.
Oh.
What the?
All right, we're good.
I kind of
Yeah.
punch his chest, and I'm like, I thought you'd have turned to dust, old man.
Brandon is gonna give the closest thing he's given to a smile, and
did
he's
grow
going to say,
a little bit more beard. Just saying.
"Yes,
You know
beard
what?
is a little larger."
You know what I will say? Even though the room effects of like the skin and the
Mhm.
body effects of the beard still grew.
Yeah.
That part remains.
Brandon is going to tuck his now elongated beard into his
Yep.
belt,
Mhm.
and he's going to say, "Like I said, this is all the Frost Maiden has for us: tricks, illusions, ledger domain, sleight of hand, even. There's nothing to fear from her.
Mm.
If she had something that could destroy us, she would have used it by now.
Well, maybe she's saving it, but
For
I don't know.
what?"
I don't know. Maybe she's planning something.
Viren's like, yeah, she's probably planning something. Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Shut up and stay in
Fucking
love.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Why are you saying it?
Brandon's just going to look at Severin and he's going to say, "Don't be negative. Think of what
Yeah.
you'll name the child."
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm not listening to this. I'm stepping away.
Think about your vow. Just saying.
You see Cream Puff go.
Yes. This is so good. But
Oh my god.
I
oh,
kind
boy.
of punch Brandon again, and I'm like,
Yes.
you're idiot! You wasted precious years
Oh,
not just for your
Oh my
family,
god,
but
oh my
for
god, oh
and
my
their
god, oh my
wedding.
god, oh my
You
god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Viren is like walking next to you, like trying to get away from all this, and he's
Please,
like, please, look, there's a door, and she, and here, let me help you unlock the door, and Viren
Is
whispers to
there,
you.
can I make an investigation check quickly? Just
Yeah,
so
I
like,
wanna
see if I
check
can
as
see
well.
While
anything.
he's
Absolutely.
investigating, I'm saying, like, see, they're already doing things together.
12.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
We need to get out of this place. I don't like it here anymore.
Let's speedrun this, let's speedrun it.
We're yeah.
Please find
Viren's
somewhere
like,
nice you can settle
okay.
down.
That's
Yeah.
the speed run. No speed run this freaking dungeon.
Yeah.
Real estate has been harder to get. I'm sure with a double family, double income,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. I'm just kidding.
Mm.
I'm
She's like,
joking, I'm
la,
joking.
la, 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 la. She's
I bet
probably
that's
pulling
anything
up.
real.
Yeah.
12.
You find that this room has definitely old. Luckily though, the door that's over here is not locked, and you see that it is a sort of like a small room that contains a lot of treasure.
Oh,
So
okay.
Viren's like, Ragnar, you love treasure. Here, look at this.
Yeah, see if I
Amazing,
can
great."
if I can find a separate ring. Yeah.
Oh, for the you see Viren, at this point, Viren is like shaking you, like, please, I'm begging you to stop.
Call dibs on the best man. Just saying. Yep.
If you are not my best man,
I'm
you are
on the
last person
bright
Viren
side.
is-
What are you talking about? Yeah.
You're definitely a bridesmaid. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But
what do
Luke,
we
Luke
have?
Goblin Ragnar, you do
Yes.
find
Yes.
you find a lot. So you know what? I'm
Ooh.
just gonna dump this in the chat.
Okay,
'cause this
cool,
is,
awesome. I
this
love
is
it.
kind of crazy.
Yay, loot,
Please.
loot.
All right, here you go. Boom! You find 1,350
Holy
gold pieces. You
shit.
Oh my
find
God.
4,400 silver pieces. You find a bunch of copper pieces. You find you find 4
Gold rings? Oh.
You find a
Yes.
giant shield made of a white dragon scales. Impressive, but worthless. You find a
Oh.
2-foot tall, 5-pound chipped statuette of Thrym, an evil frost giant god made of ice. Doesn't melt. And you find an alchemy jug.
Oh.
Which is
okay.
a very fun magical item.
Beautiful.
Interesting. All right.
Ian's like, yeah, we're gonna get sloshed in this dungeon.
Yeah.
No. I'm thinking of mayonnaise. I want mayonnaise.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
oh,
everybody
okay.
loves it. Mayonnaise is
Yeah.
the best. Let's
Yeah,
be
mayonnaise
You
real.
want to
the
keep the
best.
jug? Like you can have it.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah, you know what, Eden, you can add the alchemy jug to
Yeah.
your
Yay!
I'll just take
your inventory.
I'll put the gold rings into Brandon's sash.
God damn it.
Brandon is.
I didn't
just
even
looking-
plan that, by the
Yeah.
way.
I'm
That
gonna
was
look at
boy.
Brandon's gonna look at his golden rings. He's like, I think 2 of these should go to.
We can reforge. That's
what?
why
You
you're
can
keeping
wait.
it.
You can wait.
That's why
can
we're
wait.
keeping
Oh
it.
my
We're gonna
God.
reforge it. Yeah. Yeah.
It can wait.
What's also interesting is you're kind of walking by, and Bree, you're kind of making enjoying all this little bit of chaos after the the trauma that in perhaps this memory hall was. You do actually see Valin, almost like she was hearing some of her own whispers
Oh.
that were reflective of her.
Ooh.
And she takes a moment to kind of like compose herself and goes, well, I'm glad whatever tricks she has is not having an effect on anyone. We should probably continue.
Yep.
I kind of walk beside her and I just kind of whisper under my breath and just like, if I would never see the day I see you off balance.
I think some people, they reach limits. And you vaguely, Bree, with your passive perception, hear a couple lines, probably from Valin's past.
Ooh.
Some of them have like a sweet nature to them. And it's like, you're so beautiful when you fly among the sky like that. And this is followed by, how could you do this? It's not what he would have wanted.
Kind of
Yeah.
just, hover my hand behind her back and I just say, may I? Just want to pat her back.
This is interesting. How does Valin respond to that? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm fine.
I still do it. There was no question. Brandon does it
Yeah.
to me all the time
Oh,
with the same gusto. Bang,
Yeah.
slam the back.
Bang! It's weird because like she almost like, it's like, I don't want you in my personal space, but she's very surprised. This hall is having effects on everybody.
Yep.
But
So
as
let's
you
start with these doors down here.
Oh, certainly. These are not locked. These are easy to open.
All right.
As you kind of open them, this is a little less impressive.
Okay.
It looks like a guard room. Long rectangular room is strewn with pieces of rotting wood and rusted metal, the remnants of giant weapons and racks, a rusted out helmet sized for a giant lies near the back of the wall. Unfortunately, all of this is very rusted and old, and nothing here is really salvageable, unfortunately.
Got it. Just saying, I'm still concentrating on the magic, detect magic. So I will put up the aura.
Mhm.
Doo-doo.
All right, you
So-
still that Emma. Luckily, you're still sensing that like reflective, almost like soul magic, if you want to call it that. That is having an effect on certain people more than others.
Mhm.
And as you kind of continue, you see that there's some doors over here,
Okay.
and there is a big room to your left that looks like a feast hall.
Oh.
Shattered chunks of ice that remains of the door loose strewn on the floor around the opening, allowing characters to see a couple different things. You see barrels and casks and empty fall apart, but there's
Mhm.
like just it looks like this was a place of relaxation,
Mm.
and you kind of peer into one of the bowls that looks like it's just like almost like a crystalline water, Ragnar, and you it's weird. You see something. You see this time, this like almost like a memory.
Mhm.
It's like a time when your father took you and Dugan sorry, your father took you and Wolfstag to the market. A moment where he kind of encouraged you to utilize your wisdom, your charisma, your natural ability with speaking people,
Mhm.
rather than commenting about strength and sometimes the lack of it.
Alright. In uh
In Eden, oh, sorry, what were you going to say, Ragnar?
Can I? Is it like frozen in time kind of splinter kind of thing that shows me the memory, or do I just see that unfold in front of my eyes?
You're seeing a memory unfolding in front of your
Okay,
eyes, essentially.
interesting. But that you can
Um,
move on. It's fine.
because Eden is in the room,
Hmm.
Eden, you look upon the reflective water in one of the bowls and you see yourself dressed up proper for the first time in your life. Your hair in a proper bun, robes pressed and warm, feet squeezed into pointed shoes. You have a metal sword hanging from your hip. It's ornamental, meant for events, but you remember that moment, an actual sword, not a wooden one, not a splintering causing sword. You remember Viren kind of like kicking your shin to focus, and you remember Hush as St. Trina joined the captain to greet trainees, once orphans like all who joined the order, abandoned by the world, either figuratively or literally, and adopted into St. Trina's family. And you remember the speech that she gave. Each one of you is a key part of this order, holding each other up from the depths of darkness this world has to offer. We are bound to protect this town, but we are also bound to protect people of Icewind Dale. My soldiers, my knights of St. Trina, may you bring Icewind Dale to a brighter future.
Have I ever told you how good you are at writing? How much I like all of this?
I totally wrote that. Totally.
No, that last part was it was good.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did write that part, but
Yeah.
a lot of the credit does go to our wonderful Cherry.
Mm.
But
good shit.
yeah, I'm very curious. What are your gonna ask Ragnar and Eden specifically? What are the thoughts that are kind of going through your mind as you see these memories?
Uh, I'll start.
Yeah.
This is a very first time since adventuring out that Ragnar kind of missed his family. Like, it's not like he's cold-hearted, he doesn't care. It's more like the adventure has been so vast and the task has been so, you know, encumbersome that he never really he always pushed past that. He kind of feels like he needs to prove himself, so he never really go that his mind never really go that direction. And now he's kind of homesick. He it's not like he love his town. He definitely likes some of the people, but not all of it. But at this moment, he feels he wants to go home for a bit.
And what about you, Eden? What are you feeling in this moment?
Eden kind of cracks a smile and like um thinks back to better days. And she realizes that she is now the person she was dreaming to be when she was much younger. And she kind of says, you know what, I'm proud of myself. Yeah.
And Ragnar and Eden, I want you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's bad.
I feel
Uh,
happy. Cool.
10.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
wait,
10.
wait,
No,
plus
no.
2?
Oh, okay, cool.
Plus 2.
12.
That does matter.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom save.
Cool.
Oh, 18. Not
18.
bad.
Oh, this is interesting. So this is going to happen to both of you. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Well, the party's all scattered, so I'm very curious. I think Viren and Bree are the only ones who are clocking something's going on in this room.
Oh boy.
Actually, no, I think Gleice would probably be next to you. I do like that Brandon is keeping Peanut and Cream Puff company, kind of like looking at the weapons.
Should I help them? Nah, they'll be
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm here to fight monsters, not deal with emotions. Ragnar, you blink your eyes and you're back home.
Oh.
You look at yourself and it's a bright, sunny day in your hometown, and you look at your hands, they're much more muscular, almost like frail body, weak body. That was never a thing. You were always strong, just like Wolfstag.
Hmm.
And I will leave this up to you to paint a picture.
All right.
What's the kind of perfect life you think Ragnar has always wanted to have?
Okay. There's two sides of it. So on the surface, yes, perfect body, not being called weak, and walking around town, like people would kind of cheer or just pat him on the back for him being helpful to the town, because that's what Cold Run, that's what Fireshare is. It's about people able to mine. It's a mining town, so they feel like if you're strong, you can help the town more, which is what Wolfstack did. And now Ragnar feels like he is one of it. Like people love him, like they love his brother, maybe even love him more a little bit more. Yeah. And he's back with his family. And
they're all very happy and accepting of you. They seem like it's almost as if any turmoil, any parts of your past that seem to be washed away.
yes.
Like it just never happened. While this is going on, Eden,
Yeah.
what is the perfect fantasy of a life that you could have had? I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but you know,
Yep.
this is kind of what the session's all about.
Yep. That's
Hey.
what matters.
Hey, I love sessions like this. What am I thinking? Eden, honestly, she's kind of already embodying it. The only thing that would make it more perfect was if she was the right hand man of Saint Trina, the one who was
Yep.
actually who would never leave her side. If
missed the
Saint Trina
chance.
trusted her to that degree.
Mhm. I was gonna say you missed the chance to say to have Viren at your side.
Mhm.
I actually say that in this fantasy, this is a more well-adjusted Viren. He's not angry. He's not an edgelord. He
Yeah,
seems
he's not a
like
dum dum.
almost like
Yep.
he's not a dum dum. But it's almost like a completely like perfect version of Viren, but is not remotely close to the Viren that you know.
Yeah. It would be a Viren who wasn't ever used and abused, and
Mhm.
just something that fits a more normal, so to say,
Mhm.
life.
A normal life, a life without strife.
Yeah.
And as you, Ragnar and Eden are both in this state. Bree and Viren kind of turn the corner, and they see the life literally being sucked out of both of you.
Viren, rope. Rope.
Viren's like, what's happening? And I'm gonna say for the
Give me
purposes of
rope.
this, Ragnar and Eden, you are not there physically. You
Thumb up.
are your
Yep.
bodies are you are stuck in this fantasy.
Mhm.
And Glyce also clocks like something's wrong.
We need to pull them out of the room. I think it's the room again. Pull them out.
Okay, pull them out. All right. Valin is like trying to pull you, Eden, but you've got your hands, your gauntlets tight on that on that table. You're not leaving, and it's almost like you see your hands starting to like freeze to the table. By the way, you're gonna take 10 points of cold damage.
Cool.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I'm
Give
gonna
me
dispel
more.
magic. I'm dispel magic on Eden.
Oh, okay. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh. Okay.
No, why would you do that?
Okay.
Life.
You know what, Bree? This is not going to be a normal dispel magic because I'm going to let you break into the fantasy.
Oh, for
Ooh.
fuck's sake. Oh, God
Oh.
damn it.
If you're going to pull her out, you are pulling her out. And
All
you actually cast, you reach out your hand, you cast dispel magic on Eden, and you reach out with all of your bardic inspiration, your strength, and you find yourself in this fantasy that Eden seems to have fallen into. And
You said you were like the right hand of Saint Trina, right?
Yeah.
Are we currently like in the castle? Like what?
yeah, you're in a
Yeah.
castle. So Eden is standing like, you know, stalwart in this open hall. And you see like a much cleaner cut Viren standing nearby too, and goes, "Who is this person? I don't recognize them."
Is she not one of the visitors of Saint Trina today? Then let's escort you out. You're not allowed to be in here.
Yeah, sorry, meetings only.
Actually, I was here for you, Eden.
Me? Why is that, ma'am?
This is the first time I've seen you so formal. Sorry,
I-
you don't know. Wait, let me get used to this.
Yes. Not sure I follow.
Kind of look towards like Viren in this flashback. I look towards Eden. First step for me is to just talk to Eden alone, and I say, "Well, if I am a bit lost, so I do want to ask someone to guide me out."
Of course. Viren, would you?
I
Mm.
want. Can you do it? Sorry, I just
I will also
guys.
say I
I
will
don't.
say Eden, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw of advantage.
Okay. 13.
You're on the cusp of like there's a moment where like, wait, Viren's not prim and proper. Bree, I've always known Bree. What's going on? Something's wrong. Something's strange.
And I
Eden
call
kind of
out
like shakes
Eden.
her
I
head.
just
Yeah.
say, "Can you guide me? I'm not. I'd rather have you do
I,
it. I'm more comfortable with you."
she sort of like shakes her head, but smiles, um, brings out her arm and says, "Of course, uh, I'll guide you."
You begin to walk with Eden. And Bree, once again, I know I'm throwing a lot at you. Is there anything that you think you want to say to try and get her to snap out of this? As much as a happy fantasy that this is.
Let me see. What is? I just say to Eden, "You really are one that doesn't reject any help, huh, Eden? You're always out there looking for people, looking out for people. Your job
Oh,
isn't over, Eden. We need you."
well, miss, my reputation must precede me, but where I am needed is by Saint Trina's side. Are you new
I
to the
shake my
order?
head. I shake my head and just say, "The Frost Maiden, Eden. The Frost Maiden."
I want you to make another wisdom saving throw of advantage, Eden.
12.
Even with a 12, especially with those specific words, this fantasy is starting to break. And that thought of the Frost Maiden, there's still stuff that needs to be done. It's almost like you see the fantasy start to shatter. Almost like planes of glass. And I don't know how. I'm curious. It's like it's almost like you feel like this fantasy is being ripped from you, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. At least from Eden's perspective. But
Eden then sort of just pushes Bree away and thinks to and says like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're fucking trouble. That's what you are." And she like kind of tries to run back to the room. It says like, "Vera and Saint Trina!"
and you shout, Vera and St. Trina, you're running towards that room. It's so close. You know it's there. It's everything you possibly would want out of a life. And you feel your feet kind of slip as you begin to fall. And as you do, you are brought back into reality.
And then before, sorry, I know like Eden still has to recollect, but before even a moment pass, I dispel magic on Ragnar too.
Okay. I'm gonna
Jump
say that's
in.
okay. I'm gonna say that's gonna be just make sure to keep track of your spell slots for sure.
Yeah, I already am. This is my last third level spell slot. Fuck you, Will.
Hey, I didn't say to.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Hey, this would have been more interesting if you were the one who walked into this room.
Well, my bad.
All right. Oh, this is so fascinating. I do like this. So, Bree, you enter into the fantasy realm of Ragnar. You see him just yeah. Sorry, I'm throwing a lot at you, but like this
No,
is
no, no, no.
this
Keep going,
is-
keep going. I'm just
this
thinking, what
is-
the fuck do I say to Ragnar? He might just tell me
This
to
shit-
piss
yeah.
off.
And then you see, you're gonna see muscular Ragnar. You're gonna think, Brandon should have been the one to come here.
Yeah.
I wish I could, honestly.
Hon-
Let's
honestly,
link the
hon-
Matrix. Let's
Actually,
link the Matrix right now.
you know what I will say? You know what I will say, Brandon? If you join the room, I might give some wiggle room with how this is going to work.
You know what? I'm gonna walk in.
Can I?
Yeah.
Just because, like, I'm
link?
curious. I'm like,
I'm
let's go
hard.
check and see if these kids are okay.
I just like to imagine you see like Eden is just been through it with this like ripped out of this fantasy. You're walking like, I wonder how the kids are doing. Oh God.
Yeah, exactly.
While I'm still out of it, like just going back a bit, I look towards Brandon. I need you.
All right, I'm gonna go in to try to help out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna hold Brandon's hand and then like as well as the shoulder of Ragnar. Can I just dispel magic, but Brandon gets to go?
You know what?
Oh,
If
okay.
Brandon, I would say this, if you've got an interesting thing you want to do to rip Ragnar out of this fantasy, I will allow you to go.
I
ahead.
have an interesting thing I do want to do.
Hmm,
Because I have an idea.
okay.
All
Okay.
right, so we're gonna go in there.
All right. You are the
Plus,
one
I already
going
had my
inside.
moment with Eden, so this is only fair.
This
you
is
know?
this is
Yeah.
perfect. I like this.
So
I
let's
like
go
this.
have a look at Ragnar. So I'm gonna enter. What does this perfect fantasy look like for him?
It's a sunny day in Ragnar's hometown. You see a muscular version of Ragnar just being like complimented and like just getting all of the vindication he's always looked for in his life.
Yeah.
And
so
you
can I
just see
describe
that.
the scene?
yeah, describe it. I'll
Alright,
allow.
you will find yourself and Ragnar and a bunch of like randos in
A bunch
a
of
tavern.
miscellaneous freaks.
Yeah, like
The
they
tavern,
are,
okay.
yeah, they're like town redneck. Yes, obviously. Some of them
Mhm.
have pickaxes, so you kind of know, and with their hats and the dresses, you would figure that they are miners of the town.
Okay.
And the
Cool.
tavern is apparently hosting a kind of a feast and a celebration. And you will see, yeah, a strong, bless you.
Okay.
You will see a strong man,
Thank you.
like on the center of it, which is the buffed Ragnar. His physique
right.
is peak human. So yeah,
Yeah.
strong, blonde, like Chad chin, like
Yes.
Oh my
Giga
God.
Chad, basically.
Giga
Yeah.
Chad Chin, let's go.
Yeah,
Looks like
and-
he's straight out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yep,
Yes.
Yep. And like surrounded by praise, and
Nice.
yeah, that's
Brandon
about it.
is just going to see this. He's going to realize this for the fantasy that it is. He's just going to sigh quietly. He's going to say to himself, he's going to say, Ragnar, may you forgive me for what I'm about to do. I'm
Mm,
going to approach this buff fellow here.
right.
Mhm.
And I'm going to take a look at him. And yeah, so right now you're going to see a man you don't recognize anymore because this is your fantasy.
Oh, friends. Welcome.
Yes, I'm gonna say,
Everyone here
"Mm,
is welcome. You can see his voice also change.
welcome.
Yeah. Everyone
Yes.
is welcome in this fine feast. I mean, where are you
Yes.
from,
I'm
friend? From outer.
I've
like,
traveled a
town?
long way from Icewind Dale.
Oh,
I
that's
heard tell of a
fine
mighty
place, I've
man
heard.
down here.
Yeah.
Yes, but I've heard tell of a mighty man down here. Would that happen to be you?
I mean, if my presentation precedes me, like reputation precedes me, yes. Why, yes.
I want to take a look. I'm gonna look him up and I'll just like add him with a nod. Just like,
Mhm.
yeah, you do look quite impressive.
Oh,
I've
thank
heard.
you,
I would like to
man.
test my might against you, though.
I mean,
Just,
by all
God.
means.
A friendly arm wrestling competition.
By all means, my friend. Fellas, we have a challenger. Yeah, and the townsfolk cheers as like,
Yeah.
Ragnar for the win. And
For the win,
yeah,
Ragnar.
and I chug down the
Ragnar.
pint of wine and just like
It's like, and I will say
there.
this, Brandon,
Yeah.
like this room, this aura is intoxicating, and you're
Yep.
like, oh, this is a really bad place for Ragnar to be.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let's sit down and arm wrestle, just straight up athletics, buddy.
All right, cool.
All right.
What do I?
You know what? I'm gonna say you guys are gonna make contested athletics checks.
Oh,
Okay.
with my poor athletics.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yes. Yes.
14.
Minus
see.
one.
Oh my god!
So like you're
Yep.
now
Fitting.
I want you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, 22. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
As you're
so
like yeah, sorry, you described Brandon
so-
what you're doing.
Brandon is just like basically basically effortlessly just demolishes
Yep.
Ragnar.
Mhm.
And as Ragnar stares in just shock at just how easily he was beaten, I'm going to lean in close. I'm going to say, "This is not your strength. This is what you wish you had. You already had strength. You don't need this.
All right.
You already had strength beyond what mortals could imagine."
Like okay,
Oh,
when
that's
before you say
Mhm.
that, like Ragnar was Giga Chat form. When you
Yeah.
say that, it's like someone cleared the fog in front of his eyes, and his form shrinks down into his normal self.
Yeah.
He looks at himself, look at the town, especially a few figures that by the looks of them you would figure they are his family members.
Mm.
And he sighs and just like, well, kind of stupid fantasy, but yeah.
It's actually when Brandon said those words specifically, and you with the 22,
Yep.
the fantasy is shattered immediately,
Yeah.
and you're brought back to reality.
Yep.
I'm going to just haul him out right now
Yeah.
before the room attacks
Yeah,
again.
Viren is actually grabbing you, Eden, and is trying to get you out of this room. And it's like, okay,
Alright.
we're getting out of this room. Fuck this room.
In
Do you-
particular,
do-
yes.
Yeah, do
Right.
you let Eden? Do you let Viren like take you out of this room? I'm assuming.
Eden's just kind of limp, staring at the bowl, but she'll let herself be taken out, but she's just kind of not doing anything.
I will actually pat Brandon on the back. Not saying a word, but yeah, just a nod and a pat on the back.
Yeah. Brandon is just going to say, "You already have your strength. You don't need. You're pining for something. You want to sacrifice what you have for something for what you might gain."
Hmm. He was silent for a while, and then he just says, I can't stop what I yearn for. That's something. But hey, I got you. I got the party. So
Mm.
yeah, maybe
Brandon
that's
will
enough.
just smile and give him a thumbs up.
I like that a lot. That's great. Valen actually looks forward and says, "Well, if we can't go that way, perhaps we can go northward. I think I see a staircase."
Oh, by the way, can you give me
Staircase?
a familiar, because my familiar is like gone for the past.
I will get
some
you.
reason.
I
Yeah,
will
thank
get you your familiar, as
Yeah.
much as I don't want to.
Get it back, dude. It's mine.
Does I do have a question. Does the staircase go up or down?
Yeah,
The staircase in the
I
next room-
recall You said something about downwards, I believe.
This Valen is saying that this staircase that's northward seems to go down.
Okay, then
Cool.
let's take the one going downwards, I guess.
Well, let's go down.
Yeah.
All right. So as you begin to move into the next
Why is it super
room-
small?
Oh, Brandon's going the wrong way. That door's locked.
Ah!
Yeah.
It's okay. I will grab you
Okay.
going this way.
Just
Okay.
out of the curiosity,
Perfecto.
why is my familiar so small? Like it's a
Because
quarter of the
it's a
size.
hummingbird.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a
Sure.
hummingbird.
Yeah, Brandon has a giant bison, dude. You got a hummingbird.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can. You know what? If I can't take it away from you, I'm gonna make it
Make it
small.
small. Got That's evil, but I got it.
Here's familiar envy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
And as you enter this room,
Oh no,
you
I'm
see
seeing some shit.
Yeah, you see a bunch of ice methods, but what's interesting? These ice methods aren't attacking you. They're just perched up
Wait.
top.
Are they moving when we
No.
enter? Not.
Nope.
Okay.
However, you do see the voices of the methods as they open up their mouths. You hear this starts to affect you, Brandon, because you hear the voice of Skylar say, "Where are you? Why did you leave?"
Oh.
Voice of Cassidy.
Right.
"You're gonna die, aren't you? You're gonna leave me behind in this mess." You see the methods kind of continue. This time they're looking at Glyce, and the voice of Killian just says, "You can't fix this. No matter how hard you try, he's going to be gone."
You know
They
what?
seem
I'm going to.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
pull
yeah,
out.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna pull out pull out my bow. I'm gonna just shoot these things. All right.
Oh.
You know
You
what?
don't get to
Shh.
put
We're shooting what now?
12.
The
Which one? Is it 12?
Murphs. Yeah. I was like, I was
The
gonna check this
methods,
door.
the methods are saying, the methods are said. By the way, Eden,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you're back or you came back.
No. Still gone.
God damn it! You know what? That was a really stupid question in retrospect.
No, what are you talking about?
Well,
She's not
speaking of
here.
which, so basically they're speaking with the voices of NPCs that you've heard before, and as Brandon is like taking out his bow and it's like shooting it, just like enough of this. You're not using my family's voices against me. Roll for damage. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Yeah,
8.
that first one gets taken out immediately. I'm assuming you want to go and just like light up
Yeah.
the room. Yeah.
turn
If anyone wants to throw some ranged attacks, absolutely. Let's
Wait,
go.
24.
No combat. Okay.
6.
I just hold. I just let
I'll
Brandon do his thing.
I'll let Brandon.
You
do
said
his
like
thing.
Brandon, like, releases fury. Absolutely. Okay, Brandon, you pull back on that bow and you fire and do 6 damage. This one lingers alive just for a little bit as
Right.
ice begins to crack around his body.
Can I
And
check the doors here while he's doing that? Because it's locked.
yeah,
yeah.
you can these ones are locked.
Yeah.
These ones are locked.
I will try to lockpick it while he's doing that.
Sure, go for it. You tinker's tools as Brandon's like going like
27, natural 20.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we will get to that in a second.
Yep.
As you kill another one, Brandon, this one just the voice of Soren just says, "You never believed in me."
Damn.
Damn, that's harsh.
Brandon's just gonna say. Brandon's is gonna say. You don't get to use their voices. You don't get to talk to me like that.
You can pull out your bow, and this one kind of slows you down a little bit, even for just a second, because it's the voice of your wife.
Oh.
You could have done better, And I think that hurts you at least a little bit.
Brandon just closes his eyes, just takes a shuddering breath, and then just quietly whispers, "How dare you use her voice?" And I'm going to shoot that method. I'm really going to shoot that method.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Really,
for sure.
Shoot.
Is it only Brandon that hears it?
Everyone hears this, by the way.
Oh, okay. But we don't know like what his
I will say
wife,
this
sounds.
for the rest of the party's perspective. This is a voice you've never heard before,
Yeah.
but you do very clear that this one in particular
him,
has a
yeah.
very
Yeah.
immediate effect on Brandon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what? Seeing that, hearing that, I'll just kick one of the methods.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Go kick him.
Go kick one.
Uh,
Spinning around kick.
I don't think this hits.
Oh no, it hits. Hits.
Oh, okay. I thought they would be moving. 10.
10 points of damage as you do a swift kick to smash the glass, the glass head, the icy head of this mephit. You hear the voice of this mephit and the voice of your son say, "You did this to me." Shatters into pieces.
Fuck it. I just TP and then kick this one too.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. And you like the after image kick. And this one actually doesn't even get a chance to speak before you hit it. And you roll
Okay.
for damage. And you take this one out. And there's only
And
one.
last one, I TP and kick it down to head.
Nice. Oh, you're chaining this. Ah,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. Kick. Smash. This one is destroyed as well. There are no more voices in this room. Only a staircase that leads deeper down below.
Shall
However,
we?
yeah. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to describe this as you're walking down the stairs. Sorry. Excuse me.
Before they walk down, like I said, I was.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. As you open up that door,
Mhm.
you look into the room. It's nothing of any consequence, really. It's just a it appears to be a ruined kitchen. Frost
Oh.
covers a bloated trestle table, stands amid rotting barrels and casts. Looks at some point like this is where they cooked the food for the feast hall you're in. The really nice feast hall that gave you everything you ever wanted.
Yeah. So,
So
my
we-
familiar inn, nothing out of the ordinary happened.
No, currently not. No,
Okay. cool.
familiar's fine. Although you don't, you do a cursory look around in the room, Ragnar.
Mhm.
Nothing of note.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll go down, I guess.
Well, first thing Brandon's gonna do, he's gonna walk up to that one that had his wife's voice, to the body of that
Oh.
mephit.
Yeah.
He's gonna plant one foot on his body to hold it in place, reach down with his hand, and just use his prodigious strength to pull its head off, and then just crush it in his hand, between his hands.
Shatters.
Yeah.
That did not.
And then he'll turn his attention to the stairs, like
Mhm.
nothing happened.
Yeah. You're focused. You're like, I'm not gonna let this get to me. I'm not gonna let this get to me. Although I like to imagine Brandon's like, God damn, can we go back to fighting giants and
Yeah.
Remorazes?
Any physical strat is better. Like, yeah, better than this bullshit.
And as you walk down, deeper and deeper down this long spiraling staircase, you see reflected in the glass some interesting memories, but not all are of the party. Some are of other people.
Oh.
You, Bree, as you're walking down, you see what looks like a memory of Killian making a snowman with you a long time
Aw.
ago.
Oh.
Unfortunately, this then warps into something different.
Ah.
It warps into Killian much older, looking like he got into a fight with someone.
Yep.
You hear the wisp, like almost like the shouting of Tally in a room, and shouting like, where is Grandpa? Where is Grandpa? And he simply just stares at a dagger he stabbed into a wooden table that drips with blood.
Fuck!
Mm.
And as you walk down and you see that, you see one of Tally's memories Tally is with the party. It's one of the first times that she met all of you, getting to see Longneck taking notes, talking with Bree, talking with Eden, talking with Ragnar, talking with Brandon, standing up for herself in Targos all those sessions ago. It looks like she has just this brightest smile. And this cuts to her in a cold road with Claudia Alkenbling sleeping as she frantically is writing something in her journal, as she seems like she's just writing the same thing over and over and over and over again
I'm
until
gonna make an
she's
insight check on this because this seems to me like the Frostmaiden is trying to present like a rose-tinted um, image of the past to try to make you feel increasingly in despair.
I
Insight
will allow
check.
you to make an insight check.
I'm gonna insight this. 15. Is this how it happened exactly, or
I'm gonna say with a 15, it's hard to tell if some of these memories are being altered, but the interesting thing about memories is that two people can have the same recollection of the event but remember two very different things. So that does cross your mind. However, a lot of this does seem to be genuine, and you think for a moment that maybe Tally did have a very lonely moment along the road after she was separated from the group. And that thought does cross your
fair.
mind. And what's interesting, Ragnar, is you walk down, you actually see a memory of Claudia. You see a memory of Claudia talking with Tally. You see Tally seem to be praising her. But more importantly, for the first time, she says that you came to help her, to help Tally, and she didn't need to. But she chose to stick around, trying to be better. And this is followed by a sad memory. You see Claudia, younger Claudia, much younger, almost childlike, around the same age when you had that little excursion into the tunnel. You see her looking like she's feeling guilt about what she did to you. However, you see two tiefling figures next to her, and you actually hear words being spoken at this moment.
Okay.
You see, you didn't tell me that that was going to happen. I don't feel. There's no time for weakness, Claudia. Remember, she's promised us many great things. It's important that we keep our promises. You know that, right? And you get the sense that that is most likely Claudia's mother. And there are things that we have to do as pieces are putting into motion. And you see what is an interesting fact, and I think, Ragnar, you are the only one who's going to pick up on this because of things that happened in very previous sessions. You see Claudia's mom closing a chest, almost like she's getting ready to take it somewhere. And inside that chest is a large Chardolin crown.
Oh,
The fuck.
And you recollect when you put on that Chardolin crown, there was an image of two tiefling figures gifting it to the Dwargar.
Someone set that in motion. Like,
And as you
okay,
continue,
can I make a educated guess? Any checks like determined by you?
no
that-
checks required. You are able to guess that this Chardolin crown was probably gifted from Claudia's parents.
Yeah. Can I guess
And
what their the she they mentioned? What, like, who that might be?
It doesn't take you long to figure out who that might be. It's probably the one person who has been orchestrating this journey down memory lane.
Yep. Okay.
She has her claws on everything.
Okay. Now, Frost bitch, you got my undivided attention.
Now,
Okay.
Frost bitch.
Yeah. That
All right.
is personal.
Now it's personal. I love
Yep.
that. I love it. And as you kind of like walk down the staircase, you end up in a new area.
Oh.
It's a very large snowflake of an area. So we just move
Ooh.
you here. All right. As you make your way down, the staircase descends into a vaulted chamber.
Mm.
A 9-foot high railing of sculpted ice bugs. As you begin to descend the staircase, you see is smooth and gleaming. You see just like almost like statues that are made out of frost of countless and countless different images and bodies and people all kind of fused into the wall, almost like a collection of souls that the Frost Maiden has kept as like a treasure.
Okay.
And
Trophy
you
room.
walk into the room.
Sort of.
Yeah, most likely a trophy room. And Valin is getting a little bit frustrated. She's like, I know it's here. It's got to be here.
What are you looking for?
Do I remember from my old one that's around here somewhere?
Yeah. The locate
Yes.
object.
The locate object, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere.
Hold on. So the place is huge. So can we take a look around? Like,
Yeah,
I see there's a
absolutely.
door on this side. So it's locked.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll allow you to make an investigation check.
Okay. Mage hand and checks. Please be okay. Decent. Okay. 11. Not great, but
Yeah, I'll say you do that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say everybody make perception checks.
All right. Cool.
Perception.
Perception. Come on.
Nope,
Oh,
I am
natural
just
20.
looking at everything.
Oh,
Okay.
Ragnar with the natural. God damn.
I'm using
Ragnar
so
with the
many natural 20s now. I'm just scared.
Eden is frantically looking, or
Yeah.
is able to rouse herself long enough to look. Bree is got the natural one trying to rouse Eden. Meanwhile, Brandon and Ragnar are just on top of it.
Yeah.
None.
I think Bree. I'm assuming Bree is very focused on some of the memories she's been seeing, and
Yeah.
definitely it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
definitely a lot for sure. And Gleice is kind of like walking over, trying to support you. And I think it's probably all Brandon, Ragnar, and Eden all at the same time. You hear the sound of very faint voices beneath this sort of ice rink that you stand upon.
Okay.
And Ragnar, you're the first one to kind of like put your ear to the floor. And you think just for a moment, you thought you heard Claudia's voice.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And then
shit.
and Eden and Brandon, you put your ears to the floor, the glass plane as well, and deep beneath the ice, you feel like you just faintly hear the voice of Tally.
Oh.
Okay. I think they're underneath us. Claudia. I think Claudia is underneath us. Sorry. I only hear Claudia.
And what's interesting is that you think that they're underneath us, and I'm going to say, Ragnar, you're the first one to notice this, because you're hearing the sound of just cracking.
Oh no, the ice is breaking. I will toss, no time to explain, toss out a makeshift dagger to, rope dagger to the wall, and like,
Yeah, you are
rope dagger,
immediately trying to
another
grab
one.
onto something as
Yep.
the entire floor begins to buckle underneath you, and it almost like makes a sucking noise as it begins to almost like engulf the party and bring you all to a new area.
All right.
Brandon has leapt back onto the stairs with
I don't think the
Peanut.
stair holds. That's the thing. The whole floor just went down.
You know what? You know what, Brandon? I'll allow you to make a strength saving throw.
All right.
Strength save. That's
So
strange, okay.
okay.
Pretty good. 18.
18's not gonna cut it.
Okay.
But you are gonna be brought to a new area.
Question. Dagger to the wall. Does that lessen?
I'm actually gonna describe. I'm gonna describe
Okay,
a couple
cool.
things.
Thank you.
Oh god, should it be you first that has to deal with this? Oh,
Yep.
this is gonna be interesting.
I think so. Yep. I think so.
Don't worry. You like there's some stuff that I've got planned. Don't worry.
Cool.
Bear with me.
I hate
For
the
just a
sound of
moment.
that.
I'm also checking time as well. You know what? I'm gonna say, we'll start with Ragnar. We'll start with
Okay.
Ragnar. Ragnar. As you kind of like use the ice to kind of like, because your mind your mind is full of like, shadow as it kind of engulfs you, crystalline ice like shattering, crash. And you see the new area you find yourself in. It is a reflective, like an open expanse full of like reflective water.
Oh.
And you see yourself alone at the moment. However, you see another version of yourself.
Oh.
Sort of
Single
black and
combat?
white
What the fuck?
versus a black and white version.
Oh. Okay.
And you see yourself you see this shadow version of yourself say, "Weak, pathetic Ragnar. You try so hard to be strong, yet deep down you're just a helpless little boy." As he throws himself into the air, his crystalline wings shoot out as he goes towards you. I will say, Ragnar, at the moment, you are the one who are going to roll initiative at
Alright,
this
cool.
particular moment.
I don't see anyone else, right? So. Yeah.
Nope, this is not going to be a normal fight.
Okay. Cool. 16.
All right. As you see the shadow version of yourself begin to go into combat, what's the first thing you try and do?
I'll look at it, and I'll say, "You are right. I don't want to argue. But you are also created by the Frost Bitch. So, you gotta die."
Okay.
Am I still falling? Am I midair or?
No. You're in this new area.
Oh,
There's
okay,
actually you have
got it.
ground above you. The reflective pool of water
Okay.
is kind of like lingering around.
Alright, I don't know what else to do, so I'll cast he's flying towards me. Interesting. I'll cast mirror image on myself.
Ooh.
New spells I
Okay.
picked up. Yeah.
Okay. And I will allow you to be creative with what these mirror images look like.
Oh, they actually, it is not the image that looks like me. It's me looking like distorted image. Like if I can reverse psychology that. So
I like
all-
the idea
yeah.
of there's these reflective images of you, different versions of Ragnar,
Yeah.
the version you want to be, the version that is, the
Yeah.
version that's somewhere in between.
It's like past, present, and future, sort of like
Mm.
imaginary. And I was like,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's the fact that you chose that spell in particular is very
Yep.
interesting, and that might change the dynamic of this.
mm,
But in the meantime, Brandon, you're frustrated. You tried to jump for that staircase, but you felt like you were sucked in to a place that was not of your liking. However, you are in this reflective spot, and all you see are pyramids upon pyramids of skulls everywhere, and more bodies that you could possibly count. And you see a shadowy version of yourself.
The shadowy version of myself is probably not even looking. It's just under the direction of an even larger shadow, just moving almost like a machine, hacking off more heads and making more piles.
And you see it kind of turn to your direction at the moment and say, "You're a monster, Brandon. And that is your legacy that you will pass down."
That is not my legacy. That's his. And I'm going to point to the larger shadow in the back.
All right, Brandon, I will allow you to roll initiative.
That's an 18.
18.
Nice.
You take the initiative. What do you want to do to this shadow version of yourself?
I don't want to do anything to him. I'm going to look at the larger version in the back. I'm going to use Hunter's Mark on him. I'm going to say, I'm going to do what I should have done a long time ago.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Oh shit. Oh, this is hype. Okay. Brandon, you go in. You look at the shadow behind the shadowed version of yourself. Oh, this is great. This is great.
The younger
Okay.
version, I'm going to push the younger version of me to the side.
And you're looking for what's behind it.
Yeah.
All right. As that is going on, Eden,
What?
you see the shadow version of yourself kind of like beckoning towards you, saying, "You'll just disappoint them. You were left to die. Without Saint Trina, you'd be nothing. Because underneath all that armor is an empty shell." As she kind of raises her crystal warhammer towards you.
Eden kind of just like raises her own like hand in response, open, inviting, and she's asking for her mirror image's own hand, and she says, "Well, why do you think that?"
Oh, she's taking this direction. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, I'm gonna have to take time to think about that. Okay, all right. We cut to Bree. Bree. You find yourself in this reflective wasteland. However, in the water, you just see the visages of your family, of your father, of the Canis clan. And you see the shadow version of yourself say, "You should have stayed dead. You are just a curse. Why deny the monster you are?"
Yeah, you're right. I don't need all the magic for all of this to happen to me. You know? Is there anything else you're gonna say? Anything new?
She doesn't respond, but you can take the initiative if you want to.
I just kind of look past. Look from the reflection onto the rest of the wasteland, and I'm just gonna look back on myself with a frown, and I just say, "Until this is over, I cannot rest. I can't return."
Okay.
But you're right.
Hmm. You also see, like, for a moment, like, the shadowy version of yourself, like, acknowledges the words you say. But you don't have to take the initiative if you don't want to. You can simply just talk with the shadowed version of yourself.
I kneel down, put my hand towards my shadow, and I just say, I assume it's a reflection, so my hands meet, right?
Yes.
And I just say, you and I already both know. There's no getting rid of this shadow. We both know I was never out here looking for my family. I was looking for why I left those hills long ago. Why even? If I can't find any reason to live, that means I deserve to die. But, Bree, for even how cracked we are, I don't think we need to be fixed. Little by little, I come to realize that what I wanted Glyce to say wasn't that no one was meant to be broken. It wasn't that. It was never that. It was that it was okay to be.
And with that, as you place your hand on that shadowed version of yourself, it seems to crack immediately as it is defeated and no longer in front of you. However, there is somebody else nearby who you think you might be able to help as you hear the voice of Tally crying. Do you approach it?
I slowly walk towards Tally.
Okay. As you walk towards Tally, we're going to cut back to Brandon. Brandon, you are focused. You've set your hunter's mark. You are going after that shadow. I want you to describe the shadow that is behind the version of yourself.
The shadows behind them. Like, the first thing about it is this is based on a lot of Brandon's own memories. I don't think the Frost Maiden has ever actually seen Thaddeus Snowwind.
Mm-hmm.
So he is big. Like, Brandon is not small, but even he looks almost like a child next to Thaddeus. Other than that, he's almost like a larger version of Brandon, except with hands that can crush heads, and like he looks almost like he has giant blood inside of him. He's got a long white beard, and in the aftermath of what we've done to the Walrus tribe, he's covered in the gore and the viscera, because he did gift Brandon an axe, the same axe that Brandon has used to this day. He never used a weapon. He never needed a weapon. He would only use his brute strength, his fists. But if you get close enough to see the eyes under his shaggy eyebrows, you would see very clearly the glint of intelligence in there. He is not just simply a rampaging monster. He is intelligent. He's clever. He was able to track down the Walrus tribe even after they covered their tracks, after destroying Brandon's family. And he was smart enough to come up with a plan to basically psychologically torment them for 10 days before leading the final charge and basically single-handedly massacring the tribe.
And what does Brandon do as he approaches closer and closer to this shadowed version of his relative?
He's going to stop before his grandfather, because this is a very he knows on some level this is just an illusion. Grandpa Snowwind is long dead and gone. But even then, he still can't help but hesitate. And he knows what as he's remembering what his grandfather told him all those years ago. That that a legacy is important, and that you need to think that you're not going to live forever. You're going to die. You need to leave something behind that's worth leaving behind. And then he remembered what Grandpa told him after the massacre, when he was telling him to pile the heads high. He was saying that these quote-unquote people, the Reghed, do not understand mercy. They do not understand pity. They don't understand love or loyalty. The only thing they understand is fear. So leave them fear. Such fear that they will never again venture into Icewind Dale. And for 60 years, this has been Brandon's legacy. It's just this legacy of horror, of teaching those who would hurt his family to fear him, to fear the wrath of his house. But Brandon has lived his own life. And he knows that life is not as black and white as it appears. He knows that he's traveled with the Reghed tribe, a Reghed member that Thaddeus would have killed on the spot, probably. But so he knows that this is not that his grandpa is not right in this, and he knows that there's that one should leave a legacy beyond fear, not simply for the family, but also for the people the people whose lives are touched by the family. But all of those arguments just kind of go out of his head when he is standing in front of the towering figure of his grandfather again.
But you realize in this moment that something has to happen. And whether or not it means trying to cut off this trauma from your past and make a legacy that's your own, I guess it's entirely up to you, Brandon.
Yeah. So at this point, he's just going to, again, close his eyes and just try to steady his nerve, and then stare up at the towering figure of Thaddeus and he's going to say, "This is your legacy, grandfather. Are you proud of it?"
He just leans towards you. No words. How will you build a better legacy than this?
I'll build. I won't, not with the blood of others. Certainly not with their heads. But I'll build. I will not chop down. I will not hack up. I will not destroy. That has always been my goal, is to make an environment, make it safe to build. I just didn't think it'd take this long.
And you see the cracks begin to form on Thaddeus as he is defeated. He is destroyed. In comparison to his grandpa, yeah, you are correct.
To be fair to Grandpa, he watched his wife, his kids, and a lot of his grandkids get killed.
Yeah, it was not
he
great.
He kind of turned.
Sorry,
Yeah, he kind of went around the bend a bit.
But you see the form of Thaddeus crack as he is defeated.
As he's cracking, Brandon's going to point. He's going to say, "You're right. You're not totally wrong. Some creatures only understand fear. And when I've defeated the Frost Maiden and I've presented her head to her followers, you can rest easy, grandfather. Your legacy of terror will be secure, and then I can focus on building mine." And I'm going to slam my axe right into this illusion that the Frost
Oh,
Maiden has
that's so
created.
good. That's so good. Oh, I love how that's. Oh, that's beautiful.
Clap back, girl.
Oh wow, you take down both of the shadowed figures
Yep.
with
The Frost
ease.
Maiden, I think he would probably honestly be more offended by the Frost Maiden
Yeah.
aping him like this.
Mhm. Well, as that is happening, Ragnar,
Mhm.
you are fighting your shadowed self, casting mirror images, and for the moment it looks like your shadowed form was going to like strike, going to cast a fireball, a chromatic orb, polymorph into something, but instead you have cast reflections of your own, and it immediately grabs its attention as it flies down towards you. What do you do? What do you say?
I look at it. I look at the image. And I'll tell him, you are just like these images, empty. I was empty. I probably am still a little bit empty. But I found something that could be different. So you no longer need to be here.
You see the shadowed form of Ragnar say, "You'll never stop wanting this, all this power, all this greatness to be gained. How could you settle for less?"
That's where you're wrong. I'll never stop wanting this. I pointed at the future version, fantasized better version of me. The young boy. Left hand is the younger version, kind of weak,
Mhm.
like frail, even. I pat him on the back and just says, "This boy will always be here. The fantasy will always be here. But what I've learned from this journey is that there's always a balance. I don't have to kill my past to forge a future."
And you see the shadowed version of yourself, Ragnar, begin to crack and shatter into pieces. However, you do see the voice or hear the voice of somebody nearby, and it's that of Claudia.
Alright?
And despite anything, do you think you'd want to help her out of whatever?
I walk towards the direction of the sound without hesitation.
Okay. We will then cut to Eden, having reached out a hand to the shadowed version of yourself. The shadowed version seems confused. What fantasy is this, Eden?
Fantasy. Well, you're the one who thinks that we're weak, right? What makes you think that?
I'm Reek because I am hollow. And I put all my trust into Saint Trina, and she is the only reason that I am here. Without her, I'm nothing.
Sounds about right.
She kind of walks closer towards you. Then why don't you just embrace that there's nothing underneath this armor?
But she still believed in us, right? And everyone else believes in us too.
And you see, like, it's almost like reaching to almost like raise it, like in confusion and like almost like to strike. But then you see somebody approach nearby, and is that of Viren at your side. You see Viren say, she's giving you a chance, a different version. She wants to believe in people. And yeah, some people are assholes, but some people can change. And there's nothing wrong with hoping for a better tomorrow. And I know they can change because Eden inspired me, and she gave me hope when I thought there was nothing left. And even now, in this twisted version, she's still doing that. Because that's the kind of person she is, right?
Eden just gets red and she's like, "You're embarrassing me!" She pushes him away. Yeah. So, no matter who it is, whether it's myself, whether it's you, whether it's Saint Trina, whether it's the Frost Maiden herself, I'm gonna believe that every single person has the chance to find a better tomorrow.
The shadow version of Eden begins to crack. You see Viren kind of smile for a moment. So I'm the one embarrassing you now, huh?
Yes, you are! And she's gonna punch his face.
Well, I've got one thing else I gotta say. So, here, come a little closer. He says to you,
I see where this is going. She's gonna lean in.
yeah. I don't care if I have to say it a million fucking times. You make my days brighter. You have that effect on people. And that's what I love about you. And then he goes in for a kiss.
Oi.
I'm assuming you reciprocate?
I don't know. Of course she does. Of course.
I
No.
love the hesitation. And Bree is like in chat going, pog, pog, pog. Through every dimension and every mind you hear in the distance, fucking finally! Through time and space from a Bree from the future because she's too busy taking care of Taui.
Yeah.
Fucking finally! That's it.
That's it.
Speaking of Tally, actually no, we're gonna do Claudia first because I think Tally's gonna be the last one.
Okay.
Ragnar,
Oh. Okay.
you see Claudia. You see Claudia, kind of by herself, Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it uncertain. Actually, sorry, don't mind me with fiddling with the music.
Mm-hmm.
You see her kind of like trapped in her own version of herself as it just stares at her, and you hear her saying, "I've learned so many things from that day. I was never gonna let anyone see that the world got to me. And if the world is only going to see me as untrustworthy, shifty, a liar, then there's no point in me being anything else. That's the version I'll always be."
Was she tied up or anything?
She's just kind of like sitting on the ground, like not moving, as like the shadowed version just smiles at her.
I will.
Can I hit her?
I will
Well, okay,
Walk
hold-
over,
walk over.
smack her on the back
No,
of
no,
the head.
I'll walk over. You are not there.
Okay.
You're not there.
I want to see how Ragnar is going to be the one to kind of get Claudia out of this.
I'll walk.
All right.
I'll walk towards her. I will put my hand onto her head, rub her hair, and just says, "I don't forgive you, but you can try to repay me for what you've done."
How can you
And-
know I can even be better? Maybe this is just always what I'll be.
And so what?
You see her kind of like stand up and go, "So what? So this is what I am."
Then that is what you are. If you want to be defined by that, that's your choice. I pointed at my image, which are still there because I guess it's less than a minute. And I was just like, this is me. I patted on my chest, like the current me, the physical me. This is me.
Yeah.
This was me. And that might be me. Or I snap my finger. The images are gone. It might not be. It all hinges on what I decide. I place my hand on my chest again. So you see, you're not defined because people say what you are. You're defined by the decisions you make. If you choose to stay the course, that is also a decision. But if you choose to be better, to be different, one day you might be able to achieve that.
And as you say, one day you might be able to achieve that. Claudia looks at the shadowed version of herself, and says, "Yeah, you know what? I'm done with this. I choose who I can be. I don't have any obligation to anyone, and I can be whatever I damn well please. And maybe there's a version of me that doesn't feel so shitty, so I'm gonna find that version of me no matter what. I'm not gonna have some shadowed bitch version of myself tell me otherwise." As you see, Claudia's shadowed form
Yeah.
begins to crack and shatter.
I rubs her hair again. Atta girl.
Okay, stop. You're getting my hair all messed up.
Yeah, I walk away. I walk away before I knew she was gonna say that. So I walk away.
And then lastly, we have Bree and Tally. And you see your granddaughter almost sinking into the water as the shadowed version of herself is saying, "You're better off alone. They reject you everywhere you go. Just sink. Don't swim."
She's sinking.
She is sinking.
I just grab her hand.
You grab her hand
Without saying anything, I just grab her hand.
and you pull her out from the water, and she says, "Why? I don't deserve it. Okay, I'm sorry." Tears going down her face.
Yeah, she says, "No one deserves anything. But wouldn't that make it better that you still give, we still receive?" A bit too far with what I want to talk about, I guess. Now that I see this is the first time we've seen each other in a long time, Tally. I'm sorry. I was too harsh on you.
But we can't care.
Sorry.
We can't care. Tally does say, when you say talk about, but we can care. We can't. Do you think that maybe there's a world where I don't have to be alone? Because I think that scares me more than anything.
I'll hold your hand until you feel that you're not. You're not.
And the warmth of you holding her hands, clasping it, is enough to give the strength to pull herself out from this sinking sensation. And she says, "I'm not alone. I have family and friends, even though they're far away, even when they're close by. And I'm not unworthy of love, because you reached out. Right?"
Of course. That's my granddaughter.
And she gives you a warm hug as you see the shadowed version shatter.
I lean over, just. You should know also. The elk is okay.
And she says, "Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods." And with that, all of a sudden, it's like time has like shifted once more,
Mm-hmm.
and you're all of you
Mm-hmm.
back at the bottom of the cave.
Oh, so we're not falling. Okay, cool.
No,
Nice.
no, you were never falling.
I'm
This was
pushing Viren away before anyone can see.
Oh,
Yeah.
they see you were locking lips.
I saw you kiss.
And you
So we
see,
all, so we all had their existential battles, and you two were
Mhm.
kissing.
Yeah.
No, no,
That's the whole point.
no such thing.
That's the whole point. She has to overcome her fear of not kissing. So that's the whole point.
Oh my
you
god.
see Tally go, "Wait, what did I miss?"
Oh yeah, a lot.
A
A lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And you see Eden. You walk over, give Tally a big hug, and she goes, "I've
Hey,
missed
wrong
you guys
person
so-"
first. Your grandpa's here.
Mm.
And you
Oh,
see
right.
Glyce kind of raise a hand, and Tally just immediately tackles him. "Grandpa, I thought you were dead. I thought. So sorry." And you see
Aw.
Glyce just kind of hug her. "It's okay, little Tal. It's okay. I think we all had to face something down here. I was glad we were able to do it together."
Yeah, some people really did it together.
Because some
It's
people
your
can
fault, Viren.
yeah.
Mhm.
And you see Valen having like returned with something, and you see Valen go, well, it looks like we have the final piece of the puzzle. I guess this was her final gambit to keep it away from us.
Which is? I'll take a look.
She shows that she has the Codicy of White.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's the one. Okay. What makes it?
How are you, Valen?
Oh, right, yeah.
It's interesting you say that. Valen takes a moment and she says, I'm okay. There are things that linger in my mind still. But I'm okay.
Don't we all?
I am continuously shocked with you, Eden. How do you?
What
do
did you?
that? It's funny because it's just like
Yeah.
this warm aura that Eden gives to people. It's like so foreign to somebody like Valen.
Yep.
And it's like she's like, it's no wonder he fell for you.
Yep.
What the hell?
I will save Eden from this awkwardness. I'm gonna go up to Valen. I'm gonna say,
Thank you, thank you, thank
what
you,
is
thank you.
tome and what does it do?
And you see Professor Scant just kind of floating over and just going like, well, let me tell you. I will go into
Simplified version, please.
excruciating detail
No,
about how we will be
simplified
using.
version.
ChatGPT.
Yes.
Oh God, is Professor Scant just chat GPT?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It turns out this is not the Tome of White. Would you like me to tell you more about the Tome of White?
Oh,
And what you can do with it when you get it?
don't remind me, please. Oh,
I really don't want
Yeah.
Professor Scant to turn into an AI bot.
yeah.
But you see Valen getting ready to show you all how
Okay.
the codices and the Professor Orb are going to work.
Mhm.
And you see Tally and Claudia kind of look at the group and go, specifically it's Claudia. Claudia goes, yeah, well, okay, yeah, we probably got a lot to talk about and kind of explain what's happened in our last departure.
True.
Yeah. And you see Tally go, yeah, I'd like to talk to you guys about everything, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but-
You can wait when we're in a happier place.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Oh, by
Sure
the
we can.
way, do we see all the room has to offer?
Well, as you kind of like peer around the room and you get ready to move to the next stage of this dungeon, wherever it may lay,
Mhm.
that is where we're going to end today's session.
Okay, cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kind of knew it.
Oh, well done,
Holy.
guys.
Ugh.
Well done.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, that might be one of my
Amazing.
favorite sessions I've ever done.
Mm.
That
Yeah.
might be,
It
yeah,
was great.
That was
Yeah.
so good. That was really, really good. I'm really glad you all leaned into that. I basically looked at this dungeon and I was like, no. I rewrote all of this dungeon.
Oh really? Oh wow.
I was like,
I kind of
no.
feel like, oh holy shit! If the Aurelia, Frost Maiden could do all that in the formal setting, it's so fitting. But you wrote it.
Yeah, no, I thought it was
probably why.
fitting,
Yeah.
and part of me was like, I was like, you know what's more appropriate than the Frost Giant throwing like, giants or like giant monster stuff like
Yeah.
that? Probably emotions.
Uh-huh.
Probably emotions.
Yes, yeah. Oh boy.
I
I didn't realize-
and you will think it's the greatest session of all time.
I didn't realize every single one of us had like such a poetic talent.
Eh?
Yeah.
We all,
All
we're
throughout
dropping
this campaign?
one-liners
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I hope you also
Mm.
like the memory hall. It was a lot of fun
Yeah.
going
I am so
through-
impressed that you actually got the quotes like bang
Yeah.
on. I was
Yeah.
like,
That's
wait, this
unique,
guy
yeah.
rewatched all the
Yeah.
sessions and wrote it down.
Sorry,
That's
man.
kind
I
of
had to put you
crazy.
through
Yeah, I
all the
was like, I'm gonna
videos.
rewatch as many sessions as possible. I'm gonna
Oh,
skim
boy.
through. I'm gonna find like some of the best quotes.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
was.
rewatch those sessions, bro. I
Yeah.
cannot hear my voice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's doomed.
Same.
Way
that's
too
it.
much.
You know what has helped me get over that? Doing a podcast before we did D&D, and I was like, I had to listen to my voice because I was the one editing it.
Nice.
Hey, wait, no, drop the link. Drop the
Yeah,
link.
drop
Where's
the
I don't
link,
want to
dude.
drop the link. I was
Why
super
not?
cringe.
I bet
No, I
I
was
bet it would.
cringe. I was cringe
bet
back
it's-
then.
I
No,
bet
I'm
it
not-
it.
no,
I better hear
no.
it. So to be an alpha male.
Yeah.
No, that was just a video game podcast, and then you can hear me. Oh god.
Give us the
No,
link.
no. I had very different. No, it's too cringe. It's too cringe.
Hey.
No,
We're
I was
gonna
trying to
use our
no. If I
collective
want to
wisdom
show if
to
I want to
search
show
it.
you something cringe, I gotta go. If I want to show you something cringe, I'm more than happy to show you. I gotta show you when I was like 16 and in a band.
Oh,
Okay.
please.
We can have both. We
Okay,
can
yeah,
have
we
both.
can
There's
have
no
both.
issues, Will.
There's no issue.
Yeah.
Well, look at the time. I have to.
Face your
But-
shadow. It's your shadow.
Damn
self.
it! No,
Face
you
your
know,
own
I
demon,
have
quick.
to face my real life shadow.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, I had so much fun with that because I was like, and honestly, the whole shadow mechanic, I
Mhm.
was like, that came to me like a few days ago. I was like, oh fuck, this is perfect. This is
Mm.
perfect. I need to do this now. I need to start writing. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I was really thinking like, okay, this needs to be a character RP session. There needs to be very little fighting. There needs to be more about reflections, which if you haven't told, is going to be the name of the session title is Reflections.
Yes,
Banger.
Thank you.
But I really liked, and then that's why I posed those questions earlier.
Yes.
because I was kind of like, I kind of
figured.
want to.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get the ball rolling
Mhm.
and see where you guys take it. But well, I hope you guys enjoyed the session. I had a lot of fun,
That was great.
and
That
you
was
guys are gonna
awesome.
learn more about what Tally and Claudia are up to. And
Mhm.
I'm just gonna spoil something right now. Tally's swole. Tally did get the glow up that
Whoa.
Justin joked
Okay,
about.
actually a monk. Actually a monk.
Remember
Oh.
Hard to
this was like 10-ish sessions ago where Justin made a joke about, oh,
Yeah.
Tally's gonna come back and she's gonna be super swole and
Yeah.
strong and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, writing this
Yes.
down.
You better be.
Yes.
This is some like My Hero Deku moment. Where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
Oh no. Tally has some pretty unique skills now that are
Okay.
gonna make her a really good asset
So
in the
good.
fights to come.
Looking forward
But
to it.
oh, this was great.
what's your plan? We cracked their skulls. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was your game.
Yeah.
Pay less.
she's like, yeah, I'm just the strongest Brandon now. I can.
Mm. You can never call me weak again. I'm following. That's it.
I've been doing the
No
one
need to think of a no need to think of a
routine.
plan when everyone's knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Oh,
pop,
okay.
pop, 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 pop. I also love how like your monk abilities have gotten
Yeah,
Bree.
gotten
It's so
crazy.
You know what? I will also say, because I'm also feeling in like a pretty chipper mood, and I did want to do this anyway. You can add +1 to your unarmed strikes.
Okay.
Because I was looking at like your chance to hit ratio, and I was like, that should be +7, not +6 at this point of the game.
Mhm.
So
The only reason why I'm +6 is because why am I +6? Let me double check.
I don't know, but we can make it +7.
No, it's because I'm probably using like dexterity instead of charisma, which I don't. think
Oh
is
yeah,
correct.
all
Let me
right. But
check.
I'll give you a +1 for sure. But
No, because this could be fixed if wait. Let me just double check this first. Because it's dazzling footwork.
You should probably just switch the attack because you can turn on the cog and then.
No,
you
no,
can-
it says specifically dexterity. So
Oh,
the thing
okay.
is, I've been prioritizing charisma. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, don't give it a +1 because it
Yeah.
was specifically I did dump it to get not I didn't dump it, but I did
I'm putting it as an
upgrade
offer, but if you're like, nah, I don't need it, I'm just built different anyway.
No, no, because specifically like this, it's like I left behind dexterity in favor of
Oh.
charisma.
Right,
You know? So
right.
it's like
Well,
I just
honestly,
wanna-
the only reason I was increasing it because I thought it was so cool when you did the Fount of Moonlight and you had like the radiant blasts on your hit. I was just like, oh, that's so freaking sick.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't know for sure.
You
but,
could just
uh,
level us up instead. It's the
Yes.
same thing. I
could.
need dexterity.
Or-
Oh
A
no,
spirit
I have
point
to go
wouldn't
do a
hurt.
Warhammer game, man. Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry I could have stayed
man.
longer to level up, you guys.
A spirit
maybe
point
next
wouldn't
time.
hurt. Just saying.
You
What's
might
the-
get a
give me a-
spirit point at the end of this.
See, I
dungeon.
heard +1. You didn't say to hit. You said
Yeah.
to something.
Oh,
something.
Yes.
Okay, hold
What
on.
can I say?
Yeah.
My
Oh
DM
no!
is so generous.
You slipped on
Yeah.
some ice and died. Oh,
Oh.
geez.
Uh,
Weird. How did that happen?
hmm.
I'm finding your podcast.
Yeah.
That's such a threat.
Yeah.
If you find my podcast, like my 50 view podcast, then I will probably just give you all a level up. Just
Oh, challenge
Hey,
I know
accepted.
what we're doing this weekend.
Challenge
Oh, God.
accepted.
no.
You don't know what you unleashed. Oh boy.
Look, I don't want to remember the whole kill, marry, fuck part of the podcast.
Oh,
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh,
Now we
What's
have
your
more
biggest
clues,
hear me
guys.
out? Will, what's your biggest hear me out?
No, I
Yeah.
think my
Yeah.
my biggest okay, I'll talk about the cringe / hilarious moment is that I talked about because he was like, oh well, if we have to talk about who's the sexiest, I was like, oh, I think this girl character is pretty sexy, but I was like, you know what, I gotta throw in a guy in too. And my co-host was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh yeah, who's the guy with the really big chest in Mass Effect? And he fucking lost it.
What was the
Thanks, man.
game that you said had the woman in it?
Oh, it's
Hmm.
you know what? True form Midna's pretty cool, I guess. You know,
What? Wait, say it again. Actually, didn't hear it.
it's true form Midna. You know, from Twilight Princess. Don't worry about it.
More clues.
Searching that up
delicious.
right now.
Yes.
All right,
You know what? You
I've
have-
praised
you have
myself
faith.
enough. You
You
know
have
what? I
faith.
gave you.
I'm willing to exchange.
No,
You have
no,
faith.
no. This is already being recorded by Robin. I don't want
Yes.
the.
Yes.
I
It's
want
all
that.
gonna be on the
It's time
internet
for me
forever.
It is time for me to go. But thank
Yes.
you guys so much for an amazing session. I really,
Yeah.
really appreciate it, and I hope you guys had a lot of
Same.
fun.
Yes, we
Well,
did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will
Awesome.
see you guys later. All right. You take care. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you too.
Make sure to watch
All
his
right.
podcast if you find it.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, everyone who
Alright.
finds
Alright.
it will post it on the chat.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. If
For
you
sure,
find
for
it,
sure, for
post
sure.
it so that I
Yeah.
can die of cringe while I'm at work.
There's no such thing as cringe in this Discord server.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Mm.
All right. See you guys later. Take
See
care.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.